Hello everybody, it's Jess or JashiiCorrin, and I'm here for another live with you to swatch my pens. If you can hear me, let me know in the chat. If you're here on the replay, it is awesome to have you here as well. Question of the day. I had it pre-planned and now I've forgotten it. Problematic. Oh. What is your favorite color? There we go. My favorite color, personally, no surprises, purple. Second favorite color, green. Aw, yes. So like Hulk colors? Yeah. Today we are continuing our swatching extravaganza, or something like that. At least we're swatching all my pens, so you can see we've got the Tombow Fudenosuke brush tips here. We have a space set up for the Karen markers, which we will get onto. I also have to swatch my Crayola Super Tips. I've got the 100 pack. I have to swatch my highlighters from String and Space. I have to swatch my calligraphs. I found these pens lurking, so I'll probably swatch them as well. Maybe. We will see how far we get. Where did I get the Karen markers from? Great question. I Google searched Karen markers New Zealand and the first one that came up, I think it's some like craft store, possibly in Auckland, maybe. Vogel bought it for me for Christmas, but yeah. Ooh, beautiful color choices. Yes, purple, lime green, excellent. Oh, yep, forest green, beautiful, emerald green. Oh, a lot of green lovers here today. We love green. Green is great. So, in terms of what we're starting with today, obviously, I've got the pens here, so we're probably going to start those ones, just because they were hiding in the bottom of a drawer, so I had to get them out and leave them on the desk. So I figured, hey, might as well start with them. Now, I'm not too sure if I want to do these guys in boxes, like literally everything else we have, or if I want to like write their names out in calligraphy, quote quote, just because that's kind of what they're used for. But at the same time, I really like the idea that everything else is just in boxes. And I really couldn't be bothered writing them out in cursive. I'm not that great at hand lettering. At like brush tip lettering, like, you know, when you take the pen and you do like the thin and then the thick, that kind of thing. Like, it always feels very wobbly and unnatural because I'm not well practiced in this. See? Weird. Anywho, so I think maybe we'll just stick to boxes, stick to the status quo, stick to what we know, which means we need to figure out how we are going to organize these. How many do we have? Four. And we've got a black one. Where is my black one? So we've got 10 colors to fit in this small space. And they do have names, so I'll probably write their names in as well. The black one's been hiding out in my pencil case because I used it for my March setup, which is coming out tomorrow, and I'm so excited to actually have a pre-filmed video coming out for you guys because it has been like a month since that has happened. So get excited, get amongst the best, make sure you watch it, all of the good stuff. Unless you don't want to, I'm not going to make you watch it if you don't want to watch it. Anywho. So we also have our black Tombow Fudenosuke brush tip pen, which you can see has a brush tip. This one's a little bit more used than my other pens, but we are going to swatch those first. So actually need to map out how it's going to look on the page so that we don't run out of room. Where's my ruler? We're going to make sure we know how much room we're working with. So I like to start a line beneath the header and finish a line above the edge. So the workable space goes from here to here, which is 3.5 or 7 spaces. So I could very easily do my 5 little boxes here and then at the halfway point do another 5 little boxes. I think that's probably what we'll go with. Now, yesterday I pulled out a nice blunt 0.3 size, there we are, a nice blunted end, just because for all of the other line work that I've done in this, you know, swatch kind of section, especially for the smaller boxes like these ones, they have been done with this kind of blunt end, so the line's a little bit thicker, just a little bit. There we go. So, if that is, we're going to put in some markers, just to keep ourselves safe. If this is where that one's going to start, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then maybe I can do some like example lines down the bottom to show that they are brush tip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we want another one at the halfway point. We need to figure out what the halfway point actually is. Let's see, so that goes to the 12 mark, so it'll be at the 6, so 6.5 usually. There we go. That looks cute. Done. We've got to put our sweet background jams on, otherwise, like, we're not really planning here with me, are we? Well, swatching with me. Swatch with me! Okay. But yeah, it was really weird to actually edit a video yesterday to put out, to release, to the extent that I, like, forgot how I usually sign off my videos. I find that if I take time away from doing filming, when I get back, I'm like, oh god, how do I actually do this? So it probably took me a little bit longer than it otherwise would have if I was kind of more in the routine of it, but is what it is. There we go. And I've actually set up my desk today so that my keyboard is accessible. It's a little bit far away, but it is there. Click. Alright. We can turn that on, we can turn that on, turn that up. If the music gets too loud, just let me know. Ooh, recreation of my Under the Sea theme. I did quite enjoy my Under the Sea theme. I have put together a kind of Under the Sea-esque theme, not quite as detailed, for the giveaway journal. But that one's coming out in like a little while, so not today. Is this the blunt one? Yes. Putting our little horizontal lines first, just because if I rule the vertical ones in, I won't have the dots there anymore to use as guidance to keep myself relatively straight in terms of my line drawing. And we can rest assured that we will be safe today from being interrupted by my dinner because it's currently 9:08 AM. So, not dinner time. And I typically, in the weekends, I'll get up at like 8-ish, 8 to 8:30-ish usually. And I don't end up actually having breakfast until like 12 because I just come to my office and get stuck into whatever it is I wanted to do most of the time. And you know, get myself into this kind of flow state where I'm like, I don't need food, I need work, or do whatever it is I'm doing. Which also means that on a regular day where I'm, you know, doing my work by myself, so typically the weekend or like during the holidays, I don't have lunch until like 2:30 or 3 o'clock, and that feels very natural for me, which is a little odd. But then at school, our lunch time is at 12:45, so it feels very early. Yes, giveaway journal. So every 6 months or so, I say every 6 months, it's happened twice now, I put together a journal that has like 6 months of pages kind of filled out. So in the first iteration, it was just the monthly pages. So we did like a cover page, a monthly log, a habit tracker, and a mood tracker. Then in the more recent one we did, which was given away. In that one it was, let's see, we had all of the start of journal pages as well, so like, you know, grid spacing guide and future log and stuff like that. In this one though, we're also doing weeklies on every second month. I say we're doing, it is done, it's just the videos haven't all been released because we're not to those months yet. And I lost the footage for the March one, and I'm still peeved about that. I think I'm gonna do like a super short video for it because I do have flip through footage for it. I just don't have like the actual setting up, which I am so bummed about. It was a that like pegboard, like, you know, the grid board kind of theme with some little like leafy bits and stuff like that and some craft paper, and it was just cute, and now it's gone. Okay, so this is red, unsurprisingly. I like these ones, they're very basic color names, so I can probably just write them in at a guess. So red, orange, yellow, green. green, blue, purple, pink. Alrighty, this is brown. This one is grey with an A, which is odd. Odd for me, at least, because where I am, grey is spelt with an E. I think. No, it is. Okay, we're good. Brown, grey, black. Brown, grey, black. Gorgeous. Nando's. Let's see. Maybe Leaf is holding the footage hostage for his freedom. Well, he is a devious soul then, considering he was, I swear, doing it before he was even held captive. There we go. So obviously these are little hard brush tip pens. So very nice for like little hand lettering bits if you're that way inclined. Not so much for colouring in little boxes, but we are doing as we will today. The cap on this one felt a little bit loose. I probably didn't put it on very well last time I was playing around with these pens. And I will say that the colours are actually less saturated than I thought they were going to be, just considering the black is very black. I would have expected the colours, especially from Tombow, to be a little bit more vibrant. But I guess, as we said, they're not really intended for colouring in little blocks or little areas. Here we go. I'm glad that the music is nice. These are the tracks that I use in pretty much all of my videos. I think it's, I'm not sure if it's Chris Haugen or Chris, like, I don't know, that's how I would say it, Chris Haugen. But he does really nice free music that is available through the YouTube audio library. And I find that it's just kind of a nice background, pretty chill, but they all kind of match together, or at least like of his range I've pulled out all the ones that do match together. Hopefully it's better than KFC. Yes, and the assumption that you're talking about Nando's is totally better than KFC. Nando's is a lot more consistent than KFC, I find. Like, anytime I get chicken from Nando's, pretty much like 98 times out of 100 it will be good. If I get chicken from KFC, it's like maybe, I don't even know. Oh, what's a good ratio? By good I mean like an accurate ratio. Like, we'll say that 7 times out of 10, it might be like 7 times out of 10. Okay, we actually need to break this down. So if we go to KFC 10 times, this is obviously the most important thing during the swatching. So going to KFC 10 times, 2 times out of 10, it'll be like, oh my god, so good. And then another 5 times, it'll be like, okay. Like, it's not sad, like you're not like too sad about it, you're like, it could have been better, but it's okay. And then the other remaining 3 times, it's like, wow, I paid for this. Ugh. KFC is a biro, Nando's is the fountain tip pen. Oh, there we go. Pink. Ooh, see, that pink is more saturated. Yay for pink. Good on you, pink. It's kind of like a cool tone pink, but it's nice. Got brown. That's a nice colored brown too. I swear that the things that I actually like using the brush tip pens for, like these ones, more than like calligraphy writing, is actually drawing. Because it's kind of nice to have the slight inconsistency in the line thickness to make it look a little bit more like stylized or sketchy or like less uniform kind of a thing, which is kind of nice. Let's see, black is where it's at. I like the quality of the black pen. I think that it produces a very nice black, which is good. Dark black. Excellent. Okay, so I said that down the bottom we were going to do some lines. I don't know how I would like to do this. I could do like a thin and then a thick and then like a curve and then like a curve. Not as good in that direction. And then a kind of a thing possibly without the wonky tail. Maybe. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm probably going to rest on it a bit, think about it. Got to put our pens away to make sure that we don't leave our desk in squalor. So all of my pens for next month, for March, are in here because I've sectioned them out. And I was finally able to put my pens away for February, which was like 14 different colored Tombos. So feeling very good about putting those away, because what I've done is I've actually gone and colored in the part for our next setup, which is going to be the, what's it called? I know what it's called. Oh, no, I've completely forgotten it. Monthly reflection. There we go. This is going to be our monthly reflection spread. So we've got the little coloured strip to match with all of the other kind of pages of this setup. Consistency and all. But that's not right now's problem. I just wanted to say I was very excited to put away my Tombos. Yeah, monthly review, monthly reset, all of that kind of stuff, which I am super pumped because my monthly reset page or like monthly reflection page for March is probably my favorite page of that setup. It looks so cute. Yes, I'm tooting my own horn completely, but I love it. I think it looks great. So I'm excited to set up another one for February. It might be a little bit different, but it's cute. Drink break, tick, cheers. Aw, thank you, Amy. I'm glad that you find inspiration here. It's nice when people, you know, get ideas and stuff for their own journal through these videos. That's a future me problem. Alrighty, we can put these guys, I'm gonna say away. They don't really have a formal house yet, which is kind of unfortunate. So I'm just gonna throw them willy-nilly in the drawer. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'll place them gently in that box and deal with them in a bit. So, up to the Karen markers. Now, like I said yesterday, the Karen markers are pretty juicy. I did start doing some little kind of swatches here with them, and I didn't get any bleed through. I got like maybe a little bit of shadowing on the times where I went over a couple times. But the nice part is that the Karen marker swatch is currently sitting on a page that doesn't have anything behind it. So if we have any mishaps, then at least it'll be solvable. It's not gonna go and ruin another swatch or anything like that. Get these little guys out of the way. Politely, please. Thank you. You guys are gonna come camp in my yard? My grass is dying because Vogel is spraying it. He wants to plant nicer grass, which is totally fair because our grass was sucky. So I'm excited about our new grass when we finally get it. Which way did I set this up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 6, 9, 11. Yes, okay. So, I don't know if you can see it. We'll move this to the side so maybe you guys can see it a little better. Here we have our box of Karen markers. There we go. So these are the guys that we're swatching. As I said, pretty inky. They're already kind of in a nice color order in the box. I haven't actually tested them to see if that I agree, but they're the kind of company that I'd actually trust to put them in a way that was sensible. Like we talked about yesterday, each of the pens do have a color number, so I am going to write the color numbers down. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that as we go or after the fact. Maybe I could turn all the pens slightly so I can actually see what their color numbers are, and we could write those in first. So, yes, I know I could just get them out of the box individually, but I feel like if I can just see them without having to get them out, that would be an ideal solution for me here. I'm gonna just turn them all around. so I can see their color numbers. I do like that they all have their own names as well. Something that kind of bummed me out about the acrylographs is that they have two that are called pink, and they're distinctly different shades of pink. I think they have possibly renamed one of them, but I don't know what they've named it to. Those ones are all the neon ones on the side here. Neon. Alright. We're gonna need a pen. I think I might use the thinner of the S-size Pit Artist pens that I have, so the one that isn't blunted, just because the boxes seem a little bit little, and some of these have 4 numbers in their code. Oh, these are blenders. Hate blenders. I wonder if there's actually anything in them. Oh, there's actually something in them. Alrighty, well that's nice, because I know that certain blender pens from, you know, certain pen brands don't actually have anything in them. It's kind of hard to blend stuff. I could do a live where I sit up by Cricket. Yeah, that'd be cool. A sweatshirt or a shirt with Tink Cheers and 2 Coke Zeros. I love that. That would be super cute. Where's my post-it note? Coke Zero times 2 heart. There you go, all of my ideas for my merch shop. Which I do technically already have a hoodie that is available for sale because I made it for myself because I wanted a new hoodie. So it's the one that says not feeling it. It's nothing special, it's just like, I don't know, line writing. Like I didn't write, it's just a font, but it very much plays in with my character, I feel, because not feeling it is certainly something I say a fair bit. There we go. So starting in the top corner that you guys can't see, it's like over there, we have 160, 160, 159, 158, 278. I'm always curious as to how these people like number their pens. I'm gonna work my way along. 277, 276. Because I think that those first 3 are like cool grays and then warm grays. And we have neutral grays, which is 133, 132, hazard a guess, 131, yep. And then we have the neon ones, which is 6102, 6102, and 0220. There we go. 3-ring binders. I don't have a lot of thoughts about them. Are we talking like the big A4 ones, or like are there smaller ones? Because like I kind of like the idea of a binder system because you can take pages out if you know, want to reorder them or it doesn't work out the way you thought it was going to or anything like that. Like there's a lot of flexibility in that. But my personal preference is for like a book. But I can see why it would be a helpful system for some people. 269, 166, 283, 216, 172, 357, 195, 200. I hope these are all on your bingo scorecard. 201, 6120, 4020, and then back over here, 051, 092, 209, 181, 220, 168. There we go. Oh, well, I'm glad that Copic has a really specific system. Let's see, 170, This is why I'm keeping my finger on the trigger, and by that I mean the pens, so I know which one I'm actually up to. 075, gorgeous. 375, 6140. See, all the neon ones, or at least all the neon ones in this column seem to start with 61, and then 6111. Oh no. I didn't realize that there are actually less rows of the neon ones than there are of the other guys. It's not going to be a problem. I just won't fill out those squares, but it is not something that I realized, which is kind of a bummer. That's fine. So 611 was the last one we finished on, and then we go down on an angle to 359. I can't believe I didn't even notice though, like, at least I counted from this end rather than from that end though, because then I would not have enough, like, space for all of the pens anywho. So, there we go, 359 and then 358. 226. 197. 247. 688. 169, 189, 045, and then we'll go down in this direction because we're just gonna treat these neons as if they're actually in line with the first 6 rows. So 0, 0210. Alrighty. Drink break. Oh, we got a bingo. It feels a bit like that, eh? If a bingo board was this big, though, that would be ridiculous. So what did we get up to? We didn't do this row. So 305 is what we're up to. 305, 207, 621. What a good number, 621. 264, 654, 204. Get out there. 204, 228. We have 447, 281, and then going down and across to the neons, so 6152 and 6172. And then those guys here will be on that second to last line rather than the final last line. There's like blenders and then nothing, so it's going to be like a corner of blank sadness. That's okay. 377, 253, 210, 297, 071, 552, 272. 40, 72, and 52, 72. Last row. 282, 105, 199, 213, 074, 030, and then it's blender, not. Okay, so just a B for blender. B, 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 X, X, There we go. I might just go grab a cardigan because I'm starting to feel a little bit cold. I'll be right back. Much better. Excellent. Alrighty. So we've got all of our numbers written in. This is looking cute. Now we just need to actually put the colors in. And this is the part where I start to get a little bit apprehensive because I don't want to end up like, I don't know, bleeding through my journal, but we will do what we can. So I don't know if you guys can even see it, like, just get the dust off this pen. There's like a very inky chamber of liquid in there. So this is Cool Grey number 1, but we will chuck that down on the page and hope for the best. Oh, what are you guys planning? Are you guys planning a bullet journal something or other? This looks exciting. Want to jump into the Discord and go Bujo? You guys are more than welcome to do that as well. Like, we have the free chat channel there on the Discord that you guys can jump into and like talk to each other and just hang out and do your journaling and stuff. Like, sometimes I jump in there too. It's been a bit of fun. I am going to erase that pencil line before I put this ink in. There we go. Any others? Does not seem to be. That looks, well, maybe a little bit there. There we go. We'll just erase that edge because that was probably the edge that I used to mark things out. And by probably, I mean it is. Yeah, do your own Bujo Wednesday type thing. That'd be cute. 101 in 2022. Yay! I'm glad that you enjoyed making it because I haven't finished doing mine yet either, but I do very much enjoy having them there. Just like some fun things or like little things to look back on at the end of the year and feel accomplished, which is cool. All right, so that is one of them. We check. No bleeding. Very good, very good. There we go. I'm honestly like not that worried about the bleeding because I know that this paper is fairly thick. It's more like a shadowing that I'm worried about, like if we get any kind of shadowing or ghosting happening. But that is easily solvable. That's fine. So this is Cool Grey number 2. On to Cool Grey number 3. Starting with your 2222s. Yep. See, the thing with the 2222s is you have to think about things that you can do 22 times, like repeatable ideas. So, like, you know, 22 movies watched, 22 books read, 22 TV show seasons watched, or whatever. But with the 101 things, they can just be like little one-off things. So like one of my one-off things is like, I want to bake an apple pie. Like, that would be fun. I have things like, what else do I have on my list? Like, do a day trip or take a weekend away or something like that. Have a staycation. If there's a particular movie or book I want to read, I could put that on there. I don't because I've got my 2222s as well, so I don't really feel the need to. And then, what else do I have on there? Things like buy a nice dress, because I had to buy a dress for the wedding, so I figured I'd make it a little bit more fun, make it one of my 101 things. I accidentally put it down twice, but then I ended up buying 2 dresses, so ha ha ha. Joke's on you, past Jess. What else? There we go, this is 276. I do like the tips of these pens. I think that they're quite nice. They're very like hard spongy. Check in the back. Aha, beautiful. All good. So yeah, it's very much just a, if you don't put too much down, you'll be fine. Do a Bujo chat session with Jess's community. Yeah, for sure. Go do it. It'll be awesome. I mean, heck, if you guys want to chat to other people while I'm streaming, go for your live. I know that Cindy of Llama's Love Lettering / Cindy Goodribaldo, she has her Discord channel, and I'm pretty sure that she has a channel in there that's for people to chat during the live streams. I don't know how much they use it anymore, but I think it started towards the end of last year, possibly. Something like that. I mean, obviously I don't do as many lives as she does, because she does a live every week for her weekly setup, but yeah. These are beautiful pens. I'm not too sure how much I'm going to use them in my journal, but I've been wanting them for ages, and Vogel got them for me for Christmas, because I told him to. It's very much one of those things that, like, I keep a running wish list on, like, just on Word, with links and stuff, so I can link people to the things that I want, rather than saying, oh, I want this thing, and then they got the wrong thing. That is so freaking bright. Oh my gosh. Wow, they were not kidding about the neon. Let's check, because, okay, we're good. Nope, no issues at all. Yeah, go join the Discord now. If you want to join the Discord, there is a link to it in the description box, under the section that says, like, come find me / the team elsewhere, kind of a thing. I like that this one is part of the neon set too, but it's like subdued neon, which is kind of nice. Alrighty, this guy is called Sulphur Yellow, which is more like a kind of like a limeish greenish kind of color, but tinge more yellow. Cute. There we go. And then we have Canary that's not neon, because that was Neon Canary. Bonk. I wonder if you can get refills for these, because these are really nice pens. Slash, I wonder if you can buy them individually for when one of them inevitably runs out. There we go. Gold. Ooh, that's pretty. That is inky though, so that one I feel like could well be a bleeder. That one put down heavy. That one was a heavy put down. Dun, dun, dun. Again, I'm not really fussed. It's fine. Alright. You can buy them individually. Excellent. The purple would run out first. I'd be more inclined to say the black would run out first, because I really like the black of this one. So this guy, much more chill. Thank you. This is what, a little pesh? Little almond color. This guy is blush. Poink. Ugh. You can tell I haven't opened them before because they are hard to open. See, this blush versus blush from yesterday. Interesting. Because what was yesterday's blush? Yesterday's blush was... I swear we had a blush yesterday. Oh yes, blush pink, which was a lot darker. There we go. 3, 5, 7. That was a noise. Apologies, team. I like that you've got a good range of greys, and I like the fact that they specify whether they're a cool or a warm tone. Yeah, it's kind of like light orange color. What did we say it was? It was pale orange. The next one is amber. There we go. Good night, Allison. I wonder if this one will be inky too. Oh, it's not too bad. Oof. That's pretty. What a nice color. There we go. And now we're on to the little pesh. So this is Soft Peach 1, and then the next one is Soft Peach 2. There we go. Yeah, that's much more of a pesh color. You can see we did pick up a little bit of the color from the line there, which is not as fun, but it's okay. It's all right. Soft Peach the second. There we go. What's up with the sound? I don't know. I hope that the sound's okay. Can everybody hear me? I hope you guys can hear me. And hopefully my background music isn't too loud and it's alright. Mayhaps if it's all cattywampus for some of you, we could try a refresh of the page and see if that helps in some way. Neon orange, which I'm also expecting is, yep, just like the people in their high-vis gear, very bright. That one I am kind of worried about it being a little inky too, so we'll do a little check. Oh, it doesn't look like anything's come through there. That's all good. We have neon orange red. It goes up and down in volume. Oh, okay. That's a little bit odd. I mean, sometimes I talk a little quieter, like when I'm trying to pay attention to coloring in, kind of a thing, so possibly it's just, maybe it's just me. Also, because we're filming on my camera here. By camera I mean phone, because I'm confused. So when I'm talking here, like at kind of, I know you can't see my hand, I'm going like this. When I'm talking here, I'm right next to the speaker. When I put my head down like this, I'm not talking right next to the speaker. So maybe that's the difference, possibly? Je ne sais pas. Anywho, so we're up to orange red, which is from down here, number 51. Ding, ding. Cute. Cool and fire red, 092. Ugh. Trying to take the lid off without injuring myself. These two look fairly similar, but I can see the difference. Like that is more of an orangish red, which makes sense considering it's called orange red. Now we're up to red. There we go. It's always nice to have some more red options, because I always feel like I don't really have enough for them, which is an odd thing to say, because, like, I do have reds. The red that I typically tend towards is 845, when I'm doing, I don't know, stuff with red, but it is nice to have some additional options. Next we have lipstick red. So that one's pretty cute too. Nice kind of like darker red color. Yay, I'm glad that refreshing worked. We have pale pink. So I know I said I trusted them with their color ordering, and so far I'm not like too sad about it. I think it's a little interesting to have the neons like on the side in terms of just, you know, our swatch in particular. Like in the box it totally makes sense, but in terms of the swatch I'm just like, you guys look a little out of place. That's okay. This one is called Rose Pink. Rose Pink, which is pretty as well. Nice. See, aren't you guys so grateful that we'd already swatched all my Tombos, because that would have taken a hot minute as well. Like, there's even more Tombow colors. Magenta red. Oof. That's pretty. I like that. And you'll probably will have noted that for this tracker in particular, I did use a thicker border, just because I knew the pens were fairly inky. I didn't want to have like a really thin line that I had to kind of keep between. Would have been a little bit harder. So, burgundy. What size are these boxes? These boxes are 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter, 1 by 1, and then these guys are 1 centimeter by ½ centimeter. Burgundy. That's pretty too. I do appreciate the saturation of these pens. There's nothing worse than getting a set of pens and then like the caps all look really cute and then you put them down onto paper and it's like totally washed out. I cannot pronounce this one. Ceres? Like 375. There we go. Oh, that one's nice too. What a pretty shade. Because I feel like the coloring of these ones very much seems to be like in rows rather than like you go from left to right to left to right to left to right. I know it's left to right to me, kind of, but up or down. Whereas when I do my Tombos, I like to snake it, so then all of the blues would end up kind of in this pocket, and then you get to like a green pocket, and then you get to a brown kind of a thing. You are neon pink. Excellent. Long-term collections planner, your planner. My long-term collections journal, this guy here, this is for any kind of collection that I feel like I'm going to want to reference for more than just 6 months. So any kind of reference material, in particular like swatch pages, where I don't want to draw a new one out in every single journal that I set up. That one felt inky. So for instance, it has my swatch pages in the back here, like we're working on. At the front, it has things like my collection ideas for the journal. We've got my bullet journal themes that I want to do. We have like birthdays, which I haven't finished filling in because I accidentally wrote 26 and then October rather than my mate's name. Holidays, like public holidays that are kind of set in stone each year. My apocalypse, or list of things that I want to do at some point, kind of like a bucket list. My monthly layout ideas, or like things that you can include in a monthly layout, so it's like reference material, right? So this is a page that I might reference in multiple of my journals, rather than just putting it in one journal, like my everyday bullet journal, and then forgetting where it is and then not being able to find it again. So it's kind of like a reference book, effectively. Weekly layout stuff, I've got my long-term list of like things that I want to watch and stuff like that, movies, books, etc. Need some TLC, have not filled that one out. My wish list, let's see, things I want to adultify. You can't decide what journal you want to use for your long-term collections. My recommendation would be use, especially if you're the kind of person who uses one brand of journal. I specifically moved into an Archer and Olive for my long-term collections because I wanted my swatch pages to be as helpful as possible. I didn't want to swatch things on paper that I wasn't using. So previous to this one, my long-term collections was in a Scribbles That Matter, but it meant that any of the swatch pages I set up were on Scribbles That Matter paper. Whereas for my other journals, I use Archer and Olive. So it didn't really make much sense to have reference on something that realistically wasn't really that helpful. The new tiny A&O Spring notebook, yeah, that's a good option. Because depending on what you, like how much space you actually need for a reference, you could totally have a long-term collections book in a smaller journal, which would be really sweet. The only one that I had available at the time of setting mine up was this red swan one from the Valentine's Day little bundle that they put out last year, so mine is in this one. If I were to do it over, I probably would not use a bright red journal because it's not really my thing, but it's all good. I like it. A5 or B6. Can't find your B6. Oh. Yes, I have what a quote commonplace for all of my journals. It is the shelf that is in the cupboard. I'm very excited to, at some point this year, actually redo my office and get my notebook rainbow out on display. Like, I kind of want to have the desk, and then at the like far edge of the desk put all of my notebooks so I can kind of see them, and set it up very much as like a bullet journal creativity workspace, and set up some kind of like a filming rig, quote, so I don't have to clear my main desk with my keyboard and stuff every time I want to film. The only thing that's probably holding me back is that I have very much made this desk kind of like part of my quote brand. Not that I think of myself as a brand, but anyways. So like all of my thumbnails have this desk, all of my Instagram pictures have this desk, etc, etc. But this is the desk that I would keep as my computer desk, not as my creativity desk. And I don't think I'd want to buy another one the same for my creativity desk. So I feel like my creativity desk I'd probably end up opting in for white, just because it'd probably be a little bit easier to do like the white balance and stuff and actually get things to show up in their true colors. But oh gosh, that was dark. Oh, that is so inky. He's a bleeder, probably. What was I saying? Can't remember because I got distracted by this incredibly dark lilac color. No, it seems to be okay so far. It's just that gold one that's bled through. Okay, I was wrong. What was I saying? I can't remember. I do currently film with my phone, and I would very much like to upgrade that. Like, I have a DSLR camera, I just don't know how to fucking use it. Yes, so it's one of those very much like I'd need to upskill kind of a things, to actually be able to, oh, that is pretty, to switch out from using my phone. I figure like it'd be kind of a one step at the time kind of thing. One step at the time. Ha! One step at a time. So like get the new desk, get it set up, and then like once that's set up, after that, after I've kind of lived in the space for a bit, then look at how we could set up a more permanent filming space, if that makes sense. So maybe get some better lighting rather than just one ring light, those kind of things. How do the Karen markers compare with Tombow in terms of handling / smoothness? I will say that it is very interesting using these because they are a lot wetter, but I think you get a lot smoother in terms of colour easier with them. Like with the Tombows, you know, you need to make sure that you apply very consistent pressure, that kind of stuff. With the Karen markers, I haven't seemed to find them as like inconsistent in their colours. Like, okay, how do we word this? When you use a Tombow, if you go over a space multiple times, you get a very clear kind of streaking. We have some of that in the grey where I started using them, but in these ones, not so much. I know that part of that probably depends on what type of paper you're using, but that has been an interesting thing to see. This one is an indigo blue, which is super pretty. There you go, just try and go over those. Will you do a vlog showing your current filming setup? I mean, I could, yeah. The only issue with showing you how I film is that I film my vlogs and my videos on my phone, which is up here. So to actually show the filming, you'd have to like take the phone out of the filming setup and show you that way. I mean, I can describe to you my filming setup. Whenever I do filming of my desk, like this, I close all of the curtains in my room, so I make my room completely dark, so that my only source of light is this ring light. Because I was finding that if I had my overhead lights on, because I've got an overhead light that's just slightly to the side of my desk over there, with the frame rate that I film in, you just get a flashing. It was like a strobing, which was really annoying. There you go. Let's see. This one is simply described as blue, which, yes, I would agree, it is definitely blue. These are pretty ass pens though. Sorry about your power. Ugh. Do you have any advice for someone who is stuck in a monthly spread cycle? Is this trying to always behind a month? Still working on Feb and won't get to March until after March. I mean, if you could hack it, you could just skip a month. Or you could do one that's really, really super simple for March, and then like super simple, so quick to set up, and then get stuck in on the next one. So just have a month where you just kind of take it back to something super basic, so that you can kind of get yourself back ahead. Or, like I said, you could skip a month, but only if that's not going to completely ruin your like organization and anything else that you're using your journal for. Candles. I'm glad you've got candles. There we go. Check, because those ones both seemed inky, but we're still okay. Right, we've only had a slight bleed through on the gold. Alright, coming down here to Egyptian blue. which also seems very inky. I think it's hard to appreciate the difference between the Egyptian blue and the regular blue because they are at a distance to each other, but hopefully that kind of comes across on camera. Ooh, Labyrinth, the movie. That's cool. Don't poke at it too much. This one is Cyan. I think our music ran out. We need to go put some more on. And by put some more on, I just mean restart that track. I think it's on like a 20-minute kind of loop or cycle. 25 minutes? Yeah. Excellent. Sky Blue, so 621. Excellent. Yeah, these are the pro ones. May or may not be pricing on a different tab. Yes, these are the Karen Brush Marker, I can read. Yep, Karen Brush Marker Pro Neon plus neon colors. Because I know you can get like this set, and then the neons like not included, but I got the ones with the neons. Because we don't do things by halves here. There we go, 621. Beautiful. I do like the tips on these. I think they're very nice. Arctic Blue. Have you got stupid gross weather up there, Jess? Hard to tell due to the curtain being closed, so I can't really see. Doesn't seem too bad right now, but again, I like pretty much woke up, got in the shower, and then sat down at my desk to chill with you guys, so I haven't really looked at it. Turquoisal. Oh, yep. Having ideas and then leaving space only to forget them. Yep, can relate to that. I find that if I don't write things down, I very promptly have them fly out of my mind. Like the other day, I was getting ready for school, and just walking through the house, I was like, oh, need to do this, need to do that, need to do that. By the time I got to my journal to actually write them down, I'd forgotten all of them. So I really need to figure out a, like, quick capture system. Okay, so the reason that Vogel got me such an expensive set of pens for Christmas is because he didn't get me a birthday present. Well, he got me part of a birthday present and then never got around to buying anything else, so it was kind of a combined thing. Let's see, what did I get him? Oh no, because he didn't just get me these pens either, did he? He got me my pens, and he also got me, I'm trying to say something. I keep wanting to say the what the fuck blanket, but it's not. It's the, it's not a Snuggie. Oodie, that's the one. He got me an Oodie, because I wanted one of those as well. I can't remember what I got him. But we're big believers in the laws of equal exchange. So like we set a price limit and then we both work towards that amount. Yeah. So I think I might have got him in like I got him a t-shirt and possibly a game, and yeah, the point is he doesn't go, why do you need something so expensive for a hobby? Yeah. So Vogel and I do not pool our finances. So my money is very much my money and his money is very much his money, as it stands currently. So there is no questions of like, ooh, why'd you buy that? Like, that's expensive, rah, rah, rah. It's very much it's my funds and I can do with them as I damn well please. When it came to Christmas, it's like, well, hey, this is the amount we've set. This is something you want, so there you go. There is one thing that I refuse to buy for him, though, and it's DVDs. I refuse to buy him any more DVDs because I don't believe in them. They don't exist. I don't believe in DVDs. Neon 6152. Oh, Ghetto Scrub left. I'm sorry, I missed your farewellings. Don't forget to join the Discord. And hey, if you're enjoying chilling with me and you wanted to like this video, I would not say no to that. I do appreciate when you guys like a video enough to actually like it, because that's kind of a big deal. It's like when people are engaged enough in a video to comment on it. Like, that's a big deal too. Because, you know, you're making people take action on something. I have completely skipped a line. We need to go back here. There we go. That was a worry. It's alright, guys. I almost missed it. I need an affiliate link for the markers. Yeah, see, that would be a good idea, eh? Do they sell them on Amazon? I could totally get an affiliate link for the Amazon ones. 377. Oof, that was wet. I mean, they're all kind of wet, so. And I've been very worried about, like, bleeding, but we've only had one issue, and that's because he was like, ink dump. There we go. Cute. Oh, thank you for your liking of the video, team. Always appreciate it. Alrighty, let's go see if we can find a link. I mean, affiliate sales, quote, from Amazon. Not super great, but hey. Let's see. I'm trying to do this mainly with my... There we go. There's my little Amazon link. If you guys were interested in grabbing yourself a set. These are pretty markers though. So saturated, which is just lovely, because like, we look at the Tombos, like they're obviously, what, are these water-based? Je ne sais pas. I assume they are, because they're not bleeding like there's no tomorrow, but there is a very nice level of saturation with these, which is very pretty. Be interested to use these on some different types of paper and see what they look like too. Not right now, because, you know, we're swatching, but beautiful. And I find that I'm much more inclined to use things that I actually have swatched, because I can see what the colors are, which is very helpful. Let's see. 210, it's cute. Nice little range of greens in there too. This one is called Curry, which is number 297. Maybe like a Thai green, a little green curry. And I think that this type of color maybe is called like avocado, I think, in the Tombow set. This is a lime green. Do they bleed? They haven't bled thus far. The only one that did was the gold one. The gold one had a little bit of bleeding, but that's because when we opened him up, he was very inky. He kind of like, I did a stroke and then there was like a pool, but it's the only one I've had that with. Everybody else is actually doing quite well, surprisingly, because some of them I put the ink down, I'm like, whoop, that's a bit, but they're alright, they're alright. These are pretty lovely. Very nice to work with. Alrighty. So. If you can hear some odd noises, it's Vogel in the back opening his curtain. This one is Rosewood. Which is like a pale brownish kind of color. Which is an interesting... I don't think that one quite matches, but the rest of them seem to be pretty good so far, for the most part. Sandstone. Yeah, all the pens to display them because they're pretty, yeah. Because I have the Crayola Super Tips, I haven't swatched them yet either. And I like when people have them in their, like, little acrylic pen organizers, and they've got them all there, like, bunched in their color groups, so, like, little reds and pinks, little green section, little blue section kind of thing. This one's called Praline. And then we are down to here because there are less of the neon ones, so we've kind of put them up a line. So this is 4072, which is called Neon Red Lilac. And then we have Neon Violet Blue. turn and we check and there's no bleeding and we're happy. Ohuhu watercolor markers, because I've heard good things about those. I haven't actually seen what they look like or what people use them for. Yay, your weekend has started. That's exciting. Chill out, do some journaling stuff. Who has set up for March? That's a good question. I have set up for March. I am very excited about my March setup. I'd love to know what you guys are doing for your theme for March. I'm a theme collector. I need to add to my list of theme ideas that I want to do. Because often when I'm looking for like, okay, now that I've said this, my themes are now selected by my patrons, so I put together a list, sometimes from people's recommendations, sometimes just from things that I like or whatever, and then my patrons get to vote to say which theme they would like to see. So they have picked a very nice theme for the month ahead, and then they picked our sunsets theme. They didn't pick my January theme because it wasn't a perk yet, question mark? What was my January theme? Oh, mountains. I think I picked that one. Yeah, this is cocoa color. Now we got sepia or sepia, depending on how you say it. Cat's Planner uses them. Oh, the Ohuhu markers, yeah. Butterfly theme, so pretty. Thanks, Tessa. I'm a fan of you being here with us. That was very inky. This one we will see if he's a bleeder. I don't think he will be, just because every other time I've said that, it's like not even a thing. No, not even a thing. Maybe a slight bit of ghosting, but you can barely tell. Like, I don't know if you guys can even see it. Like, it's that faint. There we go. But, Scooby-Doo for March. Oh, fun. Where was I? Black. Okay, black. Don't let me down, bro. I'm not actually going to swatch the blending because I don't think it's necessary. But the look of the quality of that black. I love it when a black pen is actually black. Oh, and this is why these markers are the bomb. That looks so unfinished, and I'm so sad about the 3 blenders and the, like, lack of neons there, but that is so pretty. I love the saturation in here, and I love the little, like, a little neon strip. Like, so those are the main color pens. You can see I've, like, drawn on myself. Main color pens there, and then the little neon collection down the side. Very cute. Monsters Inc. theme from March. Very cool. There we go. So, we have the Tombos, which were already done, and their saturation level. We have the acrylographs, half of which we did yesterday. We'll move these pens out of the way so we can actually see. Yeah, I'm not expecting the Crayola Super Tip Black to be super black, eh? So, like we said, we've got the Tombos. They were already finished though. We have the acrylographs that we put in yesterday, and then the ones that were already in. That's looking cute. We have the Staedtler Tri Plus fine liners, which were already in, the Tombow Fudenosuke brush pens, which we just put in, and the Karen markers. Yay! We got time for some more though. We can keep going. So what do we swatch next? And I'm looking at those Crayola Super Tips, and I'm like, no, because I don't know how I want to swatch them. So hopefully you guys can see the only little bit of bleeding we got was that gold. And I'm wondering if that was just a one-off, or if my gold pen is like just more inky than other pens. Let's bring a little book over and we'll try it out again over here. So, honk. So this is our gold. Try and get it off. We can see a ring of ink there, so it has been inking itself a little bit. Gold. As we said, Jess can't brush letter, but it's fine. So gold, and then, alrighty, there's a little bit of maybe shadow. Don't hold the pen upside down, you psycho. Put the pen away. There we go, put the pen away. So the gold here versus, if we flip over, there's like a very slight shadowing or ghosting, but there's no bleed through. So it might have just been, like, I don't think you guys can even tell, can you? Like, that there's a little bit of ghosting, but It's all good. So Karen's done. Up here is where we were gonna put these guys, but I think it might be more fun to do a bigger set of pens. Maybe just not the Crayolas yet. I don't know if I'm committed to that yet. So possibly we could do the calligraphs, or we could do the string and space. Yeah, those are our two options. All right, so you guys can vote now. Should we do the calligraphs or should we do the string and space ones? We're gonna do the Crayolas not right now because there's just so many of them, and I know I need to go through the colors individually and like find out what order I want them in. Alrighty, we've got 2 for calligraphs, 3 for calligraphs, 4 for calligraphs, 1 for motivation. Excellent. So that's like your theme for the month. I think you're answering another question. The small set, these guys here, these are the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pens, but they're in the 1.5 millimeter tip, and they're like a metallic collection. Yeah. Alrighty, I think that Team Calligraphs have won, and we are going to give this entire page to calligraphs. So much like we have the acrylograph collection over here, I'm just going to work on the assumption that more of them are going to come out. The only thing to note is that for some of the calligraphs, because they do have 2 ends, they're double tipped pen. So we have the broad tip, which is kind of like a Tombow, and then we've got the fine tip end, which is more like a Fudenosuke brush pen kind of a thing. So because we've got 2 tips, we're gonna need to have 2 what are the things called? Like columns of spaces to color things in. Metallics are good on the black paper. Yes, they are, and that's why I got them, because they dry really quickly. They don't seem to do any like transfer, and they work really well on the black paper. Drink break, yes. There we go. So much ink on my hands. We need a title, and the last time I wrote the title in, I just wrote acrylographs, and I would have preferred to have written A&O acrylographs, just because for all of my other pens, it's kind of like brand name is the biggest part, like Stettler, Tombow, Karen, Tombow again. But for the sake of consistency with the acrylographs, we're just gonna say calligraphs. I'm gonna erase this pencil mark. There we go. Now, calliograph. Pencil. So 3 things down. K. Did I say acrylograph or acrylographs? Yes, alrighty. I want my S to be a little wider than I had it on that page. There we go. Cool. So calligraphs, and then around the edge we will have that light grey border. But we're going to put our header in first, just using the bullet tip of my Tombow, because that's what I've been using for all of the other ones. Because this is a new Tombow, the bullet tip is still fairly fine, but it's okay if it doesn't perfectly match, as long as we get the kind of general gist of it. Calligraph. L-I. Now, did we do circles before? I don't think I've had one that's, oh, maybe Karen. Okay, we had like a little fat dot. E. O. G. pencil it in, but then one letter I end up doing like wider or thinner, this time thinner, and then everything's kind of like just not actually in line with any of the pencil, but it's fine, it's fine. Alright, so make sure it's dry before we start erasing things, because we don't want the smudging to happening, the smudgening. I really appreciate in this journal that I've kind of gone with a simple and repeatable aesthetic. Like, all of the headers have this capital lowercase kind of combination of letters, all of the pages have that simple border, just to make everything look like it kind of goes together. Things that I've found problematic about some of my last long-term collections is that I just, I don't even know how to word this. I would like try to make it look like certain pages to look aesthetic in a way, or like interesting or creative, and then because some of them were and some of them weren't, and there wasn't like a consistent theme, they just didn't really go together. So the nice part about this one is like I can use whatever colors I want. I've just got like a more saturated color for the heading and then a lighter version for the border. But all of the pages have that simple header style, the simple border, so they all look matchy-matchy. Just like things that are matchy-matchy. Splat. And I like that I didn't use rulers for these borders, so it's like kind of little hand-drawn aesthetic going. It just makes actually setting these pages up a lot simpler, because that's the worst thing, like when you put in a whole bunch of effort with something to make it look a certain kind of way, like, I don't know, aesthetic, whatever, but that just kind of ends up making you less inclined to work in your journal because you feel like every page has to have that similar level of effort. So that's the nice part about keeping it simple, effectively, like keeping all of the pages just simple header, similar color border, simple header, similar color border, etc, etc, etc. The only one that isn't like that is this one. I have put the similar style of lettering on the tabs, but this is the only page that has washi tape, and it looks like it doesn't belong because of it. I kind of feel like it doesn't bother me enough to, you know, do anything about it, but I don't know. I like that the rest of them are nice and simple and easy to come and add things to, because you don't have to have any specialty equipment. You just need your black pen. You just chuck things down in the lists, which is cool. Except, of course, for swatching. Oh, God, they're so pretty. Anyways, moving on. Let us go back to our calligraphs. Now, for the calligraphs, I am going to do a similar thing to what we had for the acrylographs, where we have the, like, title thing. I left 2 spaces here, and I probably did that so that then these guys would fit properly, but I don't know how many colors there are in each collection, so I feel like we need to figure out that. It will be a kind of similar thing though. You can see like these ones only had 1, and then that one had 2, and then that one had 1 again. Messy. Now, these 5 are from the September sub box, so they can come out and sit over here and think about what they've done. These ones, one of them is the tropical collection, one of them is the jewel, and I have a sneaking suspicion that all of these are from the tropical, but we are going to look them up. I assume you are jewel, I assume you are jewel. Big assumptions though, like, assume you are. And I assume you are, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I assume there must be 10 per. You look like you belong here with these ones. I assume that the light grey might be with that one. But again, these are all very big assumptions. So we're gonna go check on the Archer and Olive website and just see what Archer and Olive acrylographs. Talking about Archer and Olive, I say acrylographs, I mean calligraphs. If you guys haven't seen it, they have a release today with B. Harris. They've got 2 designs of A5 white dotted notebooks, which are done by the black female graphic designer called B, or like I think that's what she goes by online. They're very, very cute. So if you wanted to grab yourself one of those, make sure that you head over to the website, all of that kind of stuff. And if you want to put anything else in your cart, or things that are, I don't know, eligible, make sure to use JashiiCorrin 10 for 10% off. We love a good saving. So I need a calligraph. There we go. Brush pen names. There we go. All pen names and swatches. That's what we wanted. Okay, so in the tropical one, we have orange. We have yellow orange. Yep, that belongs here. This guy is gray. Yep. Actually, one of them's cool gray. This one only says gray on it, but I assume that that's what they mean. This one is mint. Is that part of it? Yes. Lime green is part of tropical as well. Pink is part of tropical. Pool blue, yep, this is parrot green. That one is 2. Purple is, and teal is. I am a wizard. Good job, me. Alrighty, and just to check, just in case, we have bluebell. Yep. We have maroon. Yes. We have dusty rose. Yes. Mustard. Yep. Sky blue. Yes. Peach. Yep. We have olive. Yes. Moss green. Wait. Mauve pearl. Yep, mauve pearl. And indigo. No, they're running away. Get back on the journal. Indigo, question mark? Yes, indigo. Okay, so these ones are the jewel selection and the tropical selection. Have I actually put the word selection in these? I probably did. Yeah, jewel selection, but then it was just tropical. So we're just gonna use the first word. We don't need to say selection each time. Oh, bye Deb, thank you for being here. Alrighty, so we are just gonna wing it. I think what I'll do is that every pen we're going to... No, they're trying to free leaf, are they? Oh my gosh. It's like a prison break. I think for the pens we're going to do like the thin one on the left and the thicker one on the right. I think that might work. I think the thing is that for the vast majority of the pens there is actually no difference in color. It's just the mainly the ones from the sub box, but they are different, so I'm like, you know, we do have to account for that. How annoying. So, can I trust myself to draw a centimeter line for each of these? I'm sure we will survive. Soup. Tropical first? Tropical first. Tropical, and then in 6.5 from the edge, because that is the midway point, so just here, that is jewel. Excellent. So just like we did with the Fudenosuke pens, we're going to put all of the little horizontal lines in first before we put in the vertical lines, just so I actually have the dock grid and I can see it. In terms of going for 10, that means we need to go to the 5 point, because each of these is 0.5 centimeter, so we need to go down to here. There we go. I'm almost tempted to actually just rule the lines, because I feel like it'll just be straighter. But if I'm gonna rule the lines, then I might as well do the vertical ones first. Okay, we'll do the vertical ones first, because the nice part about doing the horizontal lines with a ruler is that you can use the dot grid in other parts of the page to line yourself up with. You don't have to use the ones that are actually part of the little tracker boxes themselves. So that's nice. And by ruling in these vertical lines first, it means I know actually where to stop my pen, so I don't have like little pieces overhanging if I did it the other way around. So here we go. That's fine. So yeah, I know, I would usually, like, if it was just one column of stuff that we were putting in, like one little column of the swatches, I just do the horizontal ones first, because you can just line up the dots and just go ting 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 ting. The only thing that I have with this is because I'm going to have two columns of swatches for each of the pens, so one for the broad and one for the fine tip, it would kind of trigger me if the line wasn't straight going the whole way across. And as much as I don't mind drawing a little, like if it was only one column, probably explaining this worse, if it was only one column but 1 centimeter thick, I wouldn't mind doing the little horizontal ones first. But because it's 2 columns right next to each other, it's going to be really obvious if they're uneven, and that's why I'm going in with a ruler and doing these. Which of course means that I have sentenced myself to doing it for every other calligraph that I have, but it's fine, they only come out with new ones every so often, so I'm sure it will be okay. I'm so excited for the spring release, guys. It's happening on Tuesday next week, and there's just like already so many things that I know that I want to get, and shipping is not cheap, so I'm gonna send myself just a little bit broke, just a little bit. You know what, I deserve this, I'm gonna treat myself, something like that, so I can justify it to myself in one way or another. There we go. I've been finding recently that when I've been using a ruler to do a lot of lines repeatedly, my hand, the one that's holding the ruler, has been getting so sore, and I know it's probably a self-inflicted thing, like I have a vice grip and I just like press down on it crazy hard, but it's not been the business, team. It's been a bit frustrating. Have we had any color sneaks yet? There has been one sneak that showed the new sizes, and it showed the colors of the fronts of the journals. So like the white fairy and the teal mermaid and there's one that's got mushrooms on it. Like, it showed those kind of things. That one's probably somewhere. I don't know if we put it in our group. Somebody might have posted it in our group. Let's go have a cheeky sneaky peek. Scrolling. Excellent. Yep, so Draco Lily over in our Discord has posted a picture that came out as part of an email. So it's got like the 2 new sizes listed, so the letter size and the A6, with one of the cover designs, but the cover design's blurred, and then it's got like a half cover for the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 designs, so you can kind of sneaky see. You know, in the time it gets to New Zealand, I'll be up just this way, so yay. Share shipping? Yeah, we could share shipping if you want to. We could figure something out with that. Calligraphs. We have drawn in our lines. We need a spoiler topic in our Discord. We do have the Archer and Olive strand, but we could put like a spoiler subthread under that if that would help. We can totally set that up. Let me know if that would be something you'd be interested in. So, I know that you can mark regular things as spoilers as well, so at the moment Draco Lily's just posted it in the regular Archer and Olive channel, or whatever it is, yeah. There we go. Yeah, little teal A6 sounds cute. I'm excited about pen releases. Alrighty, so yes to a spoiler subthread. I'm glad that you guys are keen. I think that you guys technically can set up your own subthread, but there we go. We will, only because I'm thinking about it now, and I'm taking a break from using my pens. So, A&O, spoilers. Post what you find. winky face. I need to do that one, winky face. It will archive after 3 days of inactivity, so make sure that you keep the spoilers alive. There we go. We have a spoilers thread over there. Oh, Rachel's here. Morena, Rachel. I hope that you are having a fabulous morning. There we go. Everybody was like, Rachel's here, yay! So, we are moving on to the swatching of our beautiful colours of pens. I don't agree with their order, so I'm just gonna do what I want. That's the thing, like with these ones back here, I very much kept them in the order that they came in the boxes, but I don't like that, so I'm gonna do something different. There we go. Oh, you made tea. That's nice. Orange yellow, Rigsy yellow, limey green, that one, that one, that one, that one. Pink at the start in place of red, and grey at the end. I think that order looks like it will work. Oi, why did you just get yourself out of order? We just ordered you. Move out of the way. So, like we said, we're gonna do the broad on the... Well, actually, now as I say that, if I hold this and it says calligraph this way, the broad is on the left, so I feel like I should just do myself a favor and put the broad on the left. So we might do that instead. Little tropical collection, little broad pen, little pink number, there we go. And then the fine tip, boom. So you can see these ones are the same color. And I think for the majority of these, it's just going to be the same color. But, hey. That is the pink. I think that as I do them, I'm going to put them in the box and write their label. Pink. Done. Alrighty, we are on to orange. Broad tip going to the left-hand side. I'm mainly telling myself these things, not so much you guys, to make sure that I put it in the right place. Photograph your pen swatch. Yay! I'm glad that you photographed your pen swatch. Rachel has some really cute creative ones. Mine's very much like a here is a block, here is color in the block. But she's got like different shapes and stuff, so hers are pretty cool. This one is orange, unsurprisingly. We have orange yellow, broad. It's a pretty cute color. And the fine tip. Okay, so the fine tip of this one is different. And this is why we set up 2 columns, because some of them are different. So I think the idea they had with this one is that you could do like your lettering, like your header kind of thing with one and then do a shadow with the other kind of a thing. This is, making sure the caps are on, orange, yellow. Oh great, we need to go for high tea. Can we go for high tea like soon, because I'm getting itchy. I want to go for high tea. Orange, yellow. Alright, after this, we have lime green, which, yeah, I guess we're gonna limey. Ooh, sushi train. Yeah, we go for sushi train too. We just make a day of it. We'll go for high tea and then have a breather and then go for sushi train. Because I like that sushi train you took us to that one time on Cuba Street. That had like the little noodles. Is it common to put milk and tea and sugar? Lol. Milk and sugar in tea? Yes. Depends on the tea though. Like if you're having a green tea, no, that would be sacrilege. But certain teas, milk and sugar, yeah. So that one was lime green. There we go. Which seems a lot more yellow, but it's fine. Just considering the lime greens that we've had previously. This one is a parrot green. Jason says yes. Oh, chai latte. Nice. Fine tip. There we go. These ones are very much the same color again. So far the only different one we've had has been that orange yellow. Yeah, make sure it's fully colored in. And I'm trying to make sure that for all of these I only go over once, because obviously if you go over multiple times you get like the layering of color and then it darkens up a bit, and I want it to be kind of true to color. So this one was parrot green. Yeah, calligraphs. They're the calligraph pens from Arch and Olive. Alrighty, this one is a mint color, so we've got a little, which is a very pretty mint. It's nice to have a mint that's a bit darker, because the mint of the Tombow, like what back here, is very pale. So this one is a bit more like saturated, which is like, I don't know, not even just saturated. They both got a saturation, but that one has like a, is it value? Is value the one that's about how dark or light something is? Question mark. And then we have the other end of this one, which is very much the same color. So again, the only one that's really had a difference so far is that orange yellow. So mint. Try so hard to like tea. I don't know. See, tea, it really depends, because a lot of the time, I say a lot of the time, okay, some of the time, tea just tastes like hot water that should have had a flavor based on the smell, but it doesn't. But there are certain teas that I very much get behind. Like, I like a good matcha, like a matcha latte, but I do have to add some sweetness to it, because otherwise it can be a little bit bitter. That one's nice. And fruit teas that you can have with milk, I like. Anything with aniseed can go rot in a hole. Aniseed is not my flavor. Teal, there we go. So teal is very much like the mint, but a bit more blue. But it's like a similar saturation, similar value. That one is still pretty similar on both ends, to the extent where I'd possibly say that the fine was a little bit darker, but not enough to write home about. Honey lemon ginseng, nice. I like chai. Chai's good. It's illegal to not like tea if you're British. I love that. Matcha tastes like grass. Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I can't have unsweetened matcha. I prefer matcha with a bit more sweetness, because by itself I'm just like a bit meh, but let's see. Because I feel like there was a really nice mandarin tea that I tried one time, which was quite nice. Jasmine teas. I like jasmine teas. This is a pool blue. So not cool blue, it's pool blue. So it kind of goes with that whole tropical theme that we've got going on here. And again, I would just say that there doesn't seem to be enough of a difference to really write home about, but the maybe the fine tip is a little bit more saturated possibly, but we have purple. Accurate naming, love that. I actually kind of prefer names that give you more of a color description than like something like random, if that makes sense. Like, I'm pretty sure that the acrylographs that came with the Valentine's Day little bundle, like one of those is called Nuptials, I'm pretty sure, and one of them's called like oh, I don't even know what the other one is, like Love or something. I'm like, those aren't really color descriptions. This guy's grey. If Vaughn wants to go tea shopping, oh, you need to go get a new one. Well, hey, he might want to go tea shopping. He pretty much always wants to go tea shopping. I think the tea shop is quite close to his work, so when he actually works in town, he'll go get it from there. Okay, so we do have a color difference on the grey. So one of them is a warm grey, the broad is a warm grey, and then we've got a cooler or like more neutral grey on the fine tip. So that one does have a difference. That purple is super pretty. super. And I didn't write it down. I need to write it down. Purple and gray. Now, when we get to the jewel collection, we need to think about what order we actually want the pens to go in. And I think I'm going to order them based on their broad tip color. So we're just going to grab them and put them over here in a kind of cattywampus order. And if we just arbitrarily order them, we're going to do that one, and then maybe this one, and that one, that one, that one, and then we can put the pinks. Okay, so this is the order we're kind of semi-working with right now. We're just going to swatch them quickly onto my notepad just to see if that is like what's the word? I'm sorry, I read Marguerite say vagina pink and now that's all my mind can think about. Apologies for getting distracted. I'm going to put these on a little swatching paper just to see if the colors are in an order I actually like before I put them into my book. So doesn't need to be a lot. That is more of a brown than I was expecting. That is the thin tip. Come on, we need to use the same one each time. Yellow, green. Ooh, that's darker than I was anticipating it was gonna be. That's fine. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe those two need to be the other way around, possibly, but we will see. Ugh. Well, this guy's not living his best life. He got moldy. That's a bit nasty. Ew, 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 ew. He's gonna need to have his lid washed out, which I might go do before I put that back on, because that's not pleasant. Has that ever happened to anybody else before? Like, not necessarily just with calligraphs, because I had it happen with a Tombow once as well. There we go, just like down the edge of the page, make sure that we clean off all that nastiness, my friend. But yeah, I've had it happen with a brown Tombow once before, and it kind of looked like it was growing tree bits on it. It was pretty nasty. But there we go. He's clean again. Ish. Yeah, just really get it out of there. There we go. We can put that to the side, just because I do want to go and wash the cap out of this, because that is not the business. Dark blue, which looks beautiful and fine again. That's okay. Purple, which also seems to have the same issue. What have I done to these pens? You know what, I'm not actually going to blame myself. I'm going to blame, oh, this one's actually like gone to Jesus, because I do not think that that is what this pen is supposed to look like, which is quite unfortunate. I don't know, maybe it is supposed to be that kind of like a... This is supposed to be Bluebell, but it doesn't even look blue. This end works okay. That end is deceased. Sad times. Oh dear, yeah, it's not living his best life. We might leave him out to deal with later. I still want to wash the end of this one out because it still like works just fine. Yeah, rip. That's fine. Moving on. Dusty Rose. Yeah, he okay. Probably should have noted that that other color was in there though. Fine tip purple. Just put that in there. There we go. And this one, and then the pink. Yeah, no. I think it must be like this packet in particular, because this one has the kind of moldy stuff on it too, which is not super great. That's a... Okay, we'll put this color down just so we can see it, but it's not the business team. My poor pens. Never been opened and just having a sad time. That's fine. Let's think about it. So do we approve of this order is the main question. I would be inclined to possibly put that guy over here. I really want to clean this lid out of this pen. Alright, I'm going to go clean the lid out of this pen just so that I can put the cap on, because I don't really like the idea of the pen sitting there with the cap. These markers are water-based, I believe, yes. There we go. Washed out the cap just to make sure that yeah, the colors are nice when they work. Yeah, exactly. Hey, like that reddish kind of, what is it? I don't know. It's called Mauve Pearl. That one's quite pretty, and I like the blue, and I like the mustard kind of color. I'm just trying to shove a piece of paper into this to try and dry it out with varying degrees of success. So shove that in. I think that for the most part I'm okay with that color order. I think maybe I'd swap the greens around possibly, but then I would have the dark green next to the pale blue, so maybe I will actually leave those. So that's okay. Yeah, see, wouldn't it be interesting if they were alcohol based and then all grew on the alcohol? Yeah. Cotton swab, see, that would be a much more sensible idea. Maybe I'll go get one after endeavoring with this piece of effectively toilet paper. I say effectively toilet paper, it is toilet paper. Why skirt around the truth? So those look okay. We're just drying it out here. Try and get the all the water out and any kind of remnants of nastiness. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do about that though, because I mean, if it was just one pen, I'd be like, oh, fluke. But then it's like, the peachy one had some growing on the tip, not to the extent of the blue and the purple, but the purple's like dead. I know it's not actually a purple. What was it called again? Names escape me. That's really gross. There's still some water in there, and there's still some moldy bits, but we're gonna leave it for now because I will probably try and do something about it. But yeah, so these three were not living their best life. We'll leave space for them. We'll see if we can get some replacements or something like that. Let's see. Something is fun, but it's down as Pokemon. Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, if you want to change your theme, you just need to let me know. Alright. I think we might put... because I kind of like the pink and peach on the end. I think that that makes sense for them, but I think that this kind of reddish color we might put at the start. So that would go there, and then it would go to the, like, more kind of burnt sienna kind of color, and then that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. That looks fine. So yeah, in the order that they are, effectively. Okay, we're gonna write some names in first, because some of these we may not be swatching due to gross mold stuff. Icky. I think that this page in particular I might pull out of my spiral notebook, because I typically don't pull things out of here because I just kind of keep them in there, but I don't really like the idea of a piece of mold paper sitting in amongst my other scribblings. Like, I don't think that would be good for my notebook, so we might just gently tug that out and put that aside. That's fine. So, color names. You were not supposed to be there. You guys are here. Then it's you, then it's olive, then it's moss. Yep. Then it was the blue, then it was the sad blue. Let's just try and remember which ones were which. Oh wait, sad blue, get in there. And then the kind of that one, and then that one. Alright, so in terms of naming, we have Mauve Pearl. M-A-V Pearl. And then we we have maroon. And then we have mustard. And then we have olive, and after olive we have moss green. Well, I mean, if you want to add some spice to your Pokemon theme, you could always just do, like, I don't know, 50 Shades of Lopunny or something. Sky blue and indigo. Right. Sky blue. Indigo. Bluebell, quote, quote, which is not blue, but that's fine. Bluebell, and then Dusty Rose, and then Peach. There we go. Not Lopunny. Yeah, no, not Lopunny. Let's see. So, broad goes to that side, checking for mold. Nasty, nasty, nasty. And then small end checks for mold. So these ones are possibly a little different in color. I think that the fine tip might be a little bit different. Maroon. The maroon both seem very similar. The mustard, checking for mold. And yep, so both ends of the mustard seem very similar to the same, like nothing to write home about. Our olive is a really nice dark green. It's very pretty. Oh no, Rachel, you should have a bear theme, like that book that I told you about. This one is moss green. Hello, Bobby Groves one. It's a pleasure to have you here with us. We're just doing some swatching, filling in some stuff. Fine tip, that moss green. That one does look different. That one is darker, distinctly darker. Clink. Sky blue. Do we trust it? Because the sky blue is a very pretty color. It's just been, I don't know, mutilated by spores. And this end looks okay, so maybe we're alright now. Maybe as we've cleaned out the nastiness, it'll be alright. The indigo was fine, doesn't have any grossness on it. I love the darkness of this blue, I think it's really pretty. Oi, what are you doing? Get out of there with your nasty ass comment. That's right. And then indigo. One could argue that that one is darker, but okay. Bluebell. We're gonna get out a little piece of paper here. I'm gonna try and shake some ink down into the pen, and we'll see if we can get it to work. Ugh. Shake, shake, shake. Oh god. Oh my god, I shook way too much, and now there is a lot of ink that is all pooled here and on my page. No! So while we were worried about my Karen markers bleeding, what actually happened was my calligraphs bled. So we can see that little, I don't know if you guys can see it, you probably can. That little kind of splooge there, that is this guy who has wow, vicious attack, lady. What'd you do that for? Shook my pen way too much. You can see all of the ink in there, but it's fine. This guy is super inky too. This is not a particularly nice color. Like, I'll color it in, but I think I might just throw this one in a bin because he is not working. And that is not really a blue, in my opinion. Look at all that. What a mess. God, let's try and open this without ruining my life. See, that's the thing, there's so much ink here, but it's still not saturated. Like, what the hell is the point of you? Oh, that's awful. That's just not good. There we go. Let's see if we can just pick up some ink there. Yeah, this one it's gone to Jesus. Goodbye. I'm just gonna throw the pen out, like, it doesn't work. That's fine. Oh god, and we've got ink on this one too. Now it's on my finger. Gross. So, from memory, Dusty Rose worked just fine. So we can put Dusty Rose down. See, much more reasonable colour. Not so aggressive. No mould. This one does have a difference in colour. You can see that this one is a lot more kind of like red pink, and that one's just kind of like subdued. You have a 10 book poll. How you put your names in color? So Tammy and Meg are both in color because they're my mods. I don't know if anybody else has color on theirs. So this one does have some moldy bits on it, but I think we can color around those and be okay. There we go. So that's the peach, and then this is the peach other end. See, the calligraphs, the tropical was where it was at. It was just like, you know, chill, just put the color down, no problems. Jewel, all the problems. Every single problem. So Sky Blue and Peach are our ones that have issues. Bluebell, it's gone. It's in the bin. It's not the business anymore. It ruined my page. I'm just gonna have to throw this journal away. No. Drink break. Dink. I think that depending on what ends up over here, the color name might be sufficient. Like if I write a color name over that, it doesn't really bother me. If it does end up bothering me, I'll just put some white gel pen over it. It won't be too much of an issue. The only reason I'm not doing that now is because if I do need to write over that area, it would be nicer to write on the paper rather than write over gel pen. Yes. So we are now going to swatch these guys because we have not done them yet, and they're just going to come and live down in this corner, just like we had for the kind of like specialty packs of the acrylographs. So we went one out from there because we went one out from there. That makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's my roller? Yeah, 6.5. Okay, that makes sense. Cool. So we need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the header. So the header will be here. This will say September subbox. Probably should specify it's the September 2021. Which I know that in these ones where we had the acrylographs as well, I specified like the journey, the ethereal, desert, but I'm like, I usually refer to them by month anyways, so whatevs, no big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Oh yeah, we're waiting on Spicy Month. Rachel is gonna pick the Spicy Month books. And maybe I'll find some spicy personal development. I don't know, are there any spicy personal development books? I put this in the wrong place and nobody stopped me, but that's fine. I forgive you guys. I should probably forgive myself. Because like I just said on the last one, I usually like to draw these so that they are a column over, just to kind of match with the fact that this one's a column over, but like, it doesn't matter. It's no big deal. Alright. Kama Sutra could be a development book. Am I gonna have to set you guys homework from it? Like, I feel like it would be hard to find the audio version of the Kama Sutra. I don't know how much, again, haven't read it, so, you know, not too sure how much words there are. Alrighty, order of pens. We're gonna do that one, that one, that one, and then that one. Do these have names? That's a good question. Yes, Oxford Blue, Bluebell, Iceberg, then Gold Rush, then Grey Mist is how they've put theirs, so we'll put ours like that too. Because these ones don't have names on the barrel, sadly, so. We'll do all of our colouring first though, so broad. And then a piece of paper on here. There we go. That's better. Broad and then fine. These ones are very much the same colour. I love this dark blue. It is super pretty. I didn't put our other ones back, and it's because I probably want to pull these two out just in case, because they are hazardous pens. They need to be like quarantined. The navy can go in, that's cute. This was something broad first. So we've got kind of like dusty blue kind of colour. And then on the other end we have a similar but slightly different blue. It's a little bit more, I don't know, a little less dusty, a little more blue. Broad tip for our paler blue. Which could, there we go. And this one is distinctly different. So this is kind of like a pale version of the sky blue almost. I think sky blue even is a little bit more like green tint than the sky is. This one's more like a pale dusty as well, and then that one's more like a bright pale. And then we have this guy, which is that little peachy kind of color, and on the other side it is much more peachy and much more inky. Oh dear, we're gonna have another bleed through moment. Nope, we're okay, we're fine, we're safe. Yeah. And then the light grey color, which I believe is different again, question mark? I can't remember. Yeah, so this one has like a combination of the cool grey and the warm grey again. So kind of similar to the other lot of greys that we had. I say the other lot of grey, it's one thing, the other grey. Oh, bye Dragon Lily, thank you for being here. Sorry if I missed you leave already, because I was colouring in. Geometric theme box, probably could have written that down, but I didn't. Oxford Blue. There we go. Oxford Blue. We have Blue Bird. Not Bluebell. Blue Bird. Burb. Iceberg. Gold Rush, which is not as gold as you would expect for a gold rush, but hey. Gold Rush and Grey Mist. Excellent. We have the start of a calligraph swatch page featuring bleedy sections. Shakes fist. Alright. Not too shabby. So we have done the calligraphs. We have noted that 2 of them are deceased. Well, one of them's fully deceased. The other 2 are like on their deathbeds, dying. Not ideal. What else? We have done our Karen. We've done our Tombos. What should we do next? Alrighty, let's see. Options. Options are the string and space, pastel highlighters, the Crayola super tip markers, or we could do pencils. I've got some pencils that we could swatch, or we could swatch the Faber-Castell metallic ones, okay? These are the choices, team. It's either the Crayolas, the string and space, or the Pitt artist pens. I am on my drink break. Yeah. Alrighty, we seem to have a few for Crayola, which I think means that it's time for the frickin' Crayolas. You guys are mean to me. Alrighty, we have 1 for highlighters, 1 for the Faber-Castells, mainly for the Crayolas. Yeah, alrighty, fine. We'll do them. I just know that there's like 100 of them. It's gonna be the biggest mission, and there's no freaking numbers. Which is fine. It's fine. I do like the way this looks, even though the dual colors tried to murder me. So with our super tips, they are gonna go over here. We talked about last time that they do come in a box that has like a little kind of, I don't know, order on top here, but that order isn't the same as the order in the box. So that's not helpful. What I did want to say though is like, I'm not sure if this color order is going to like speak to me. So I kind of wanted to swatch them out a little bit, like on scrap paper first, just to see if I could make my piece with the order they're in. And if I can't, then we need to figure something else out. So in order to do this, we're going to move our beautiful long-term collections journal to the side. We're going to get out that little purple notepad thing again, and we're going to draw some lines with the Crayolas. I'm just going to put the Crayolas to the side so you guys can actually see what we're doing. Make part 3 the Crayolas. I know, right? It's what we should have done. The only thing is tomorrow we're not doing a swatch. Tomorrow we are... Remind me, what are we doing tomorrow? Why are you stuck in here? What is going on? Tomorrow we are doing the setup of the... I know what it's called. I might be struggling. We're doing the setup of the monthly reset tomorrow. Not the monthly reset, the monthly reflection page. So because we've already got something scheduled for tomorrow, we need to do something else today. There we go. This is swatching bits for the sub boxes and stuff like that. No spoilers, they're all old ones. Okay, so what are we doing on Wednesday? I don't know, Rachel. What would you like to do on Wednesday? We don't have a plan for Wednesday yet, do we? Let's see, plans that we have. Tomorrow we are doing the monthly reflection page. I know that there was a request to talk about the 22/22s in 2022, so we might talk about those at some stage. We have my March plan with me coming out tomorrow, and I'm so freaking pumped that I've actually got a video that's gonna come out for you guys. Yay. Yeah, Rachel, what do you want to do? What do you want to do on Wednesday? Okay, I might start swatching these from the top corner. Is there a nicer way to organize this box? Because the lid makes it really hard to get the pens out, but I don't want to break the lid off. Just like weigh the lid down with something? Probably not. Okay. So we're just gonna swatch them in the order they are found in the box to see if we like that order. If we do like that order, everything is good. If we do not like that order, everything is sadness and we must do something else. Oh my gosh, this box is so hard to get pens out of. Come here. Come here, box. You've been naughty. Okay. I can already see that these ones are way less saturated than some of the other markers we've been playing with today, but that's kind of expected because they are a lot cheaper. A very good budget-friendly option if you want a lot of different colors. And I do appreciate that you can, like, I'd say hand letter, you know, like do kind of calligraphy with them because they do have that pointed end, so you can do that. Its color order isn't horrible so far. I mean, we're only, what, how many pens deep, but but the fact that they don't have a numbering system kind of triggers me, because it means that if they get out of order, haha, sucks to be you. Yeah, mixed media products, like, yeah, I need to swatch my Distress Oxide inks. It would also be good to have swatches of my, like, Calero Fine Tech watercolors at some stage, and my other watercolors. Those are bright. Yeah, I haven't. Take out one row at a time and arrange them how I wanted them to be. I'm just, yeah, you can't actually take the rows out in a whole, like, set. You have to get the pens out individually and, like, lay them down. But I'm kind of just swatching them in their rows so I can see whether I agree with the ordering of these colors. There's a lot of options for pink. Like, there are a heap of different pink colors in here, which is good. I mean, that's kind of the purpose. You buy 100 set pens so that you can have a whole bunch of options. Yeah, I probably, once I decide on my ordering system, like what order I'm gonna have them in, I probably will number them in some way. I'm just not sure if that's like my today job, you know? Because I would like to get onto a couple of other things at some stage today. For instance, writing my blog posts for the Archer and Olive blog, which I am yet to start. Those are similar. Like, this one's supposed to be more of a neon based on the cap, and that one is not, but... Like, I could, like, get my label maker out and make a whole bunch, but I'm like... That's the thing. Is the trouble worth the effort put into it? Like, is it actually worthwhile? Yeah, we could do another game like we did last time on Wednesday. That was super fun. I really enjoyed it, at least, but very much up to you. What time do you finish this week? That's also a secondary question that needs answers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so there's not even the same number in each row, so that's great. In somehow. Get in the pin holder, please. Whoa, that is bright. My blog post topic, I have two because I didn't actually get to do my one from last month because Vogel maimed himself on the day that I was supposed to write it, so it completely threw me off. It's kind of why I've been so thrown off for the past, like, month. Honestly, which is, it's one of those things that, like, when you have a setback and it just completely throws off your system. But yeah, blog post topics. One of them is about keeping up in your journal, which, you know, I've done that as a video before, so I'm probably just gonna elaborate on what I wrote there, or like said there, because I didn't write anything. And then the other one is about school related spreads, which I also have a video about, so it's probably just gonna be a bit of a rehash of that. But you know, the people who read the blog, probably not all of them are subscribers to me, so may not have seen what I've done in that space. So, here we go. What are we doing? A whole box of what? Cards Against Humanity. Funny. Because what did we play last time? Oh yeah, we did Never Have I Ever Bujo edition, which was funny. I liked that. That was a good time. Even if some of the cards were particularly hard to bujoify And some of them, of course, my first thought as to how to bujo it wasn't necessarily the best way to bujo it. There we go. Okay, we'll put these back into here because they're not really going in very nicely. This is not, like, it's a great storage box in that it keeps them all together and it keeps them in an order, but it's not a great storage box because there's not actually distinct places for the pens to go. They're kind of just like tracks that the pens can sit in, but the actual cardboard for the track is like halfway down the box, so it can be tricky to get the pens in, but for the purposes of what we're doing here, it is working fine. I'm starting to think that I'm just gonna leave the order, honestly. I don't think that it's gonna be so completely awful that I really feel the need to reorder them. Like with my Tombos, it's a bit different. Ooh, pretty. My Tombos, it's a bit different because I use them on, like, effectively a daily basis. So having them in a specific order that kind of spoke to me made more sense. But I'm not sure if I really, quote, care enough with the super tips. Like, I think it's just fine, if that makes sense. There we go. What supply is the hardest for me to use up? It's probably one of the ones that I'm not using, so it doesn't even come to mind. How did I decide to swatch the Crayolas? I haven't made the decision yet. I'm thinking, though, we might just leave them in their box. I could probably just make a 100 by 100 grid. 100 by 100 grid, that's 1,000 pens. No, it's not. That's bad math. A 10 by 10. I might just make a 10 by 10 grid. But they don't really have numbers, so I feel like I need to number them, but I also don't really want to have to reorder them in order to number them. I feel like this box set has the same thing where it's like, it doesn't snake, it just is like line, then line, then line. So I might want to snake them. Like going from pink, and then like you'd put this pink over here, so then it would like go pink down, and then like it would finish in yellow, so then it would start on yellow, and if that kind of makes sense. So I might snake them, possibly. Oh yeah, a whodunit. We have a jar of prompts. We need some prompts for the whodunit. Stop outing me online though, otherwise I'll out you. Yeah, you can write the list of prompts, and we will see if they are allowed on the interwebs. I think I'm gonna stop this part of the swatching, and we're just gonna move on to actually setting up a grid, because I don't think that I'm gonna change the order. I think I'm just gonna leave it. I'm being just a little bit lazy with them, because again, the Crayolas are not the type of pens that I use super often, in the sense that I've not used them in my journal yet. Part of that is because I don't have a swatch. So we're just gonna leave them as they are, in the order they are, because it's non-offensive for the most part. That green looks really out of place, but it's fine, it's fine. We're gonna draw up a 10 by 10 grid, which does not match with what is in the box, but it'll look better on the page, so I don't care. See, because the thing is that this top row we've got, what, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, and then we've got 3, 6, 9, 12. So it's 13, 12, 13, 12, and that's just not, it's not nice to draw up. So yeah, that one time with 2 in it. Wait, what the heck? What are you talking about? This is completely inappropriate, Rachel. I also have no idea what you're talking about. Like, that time I was double parked at the bar. There we go. That sounds fine. That sounds PG enough to keep. Put a number on every single pen with a permanent marker. I think that's what I'm probably going to do, because somebody mentioned it the other day in our last stream together. So for these, we are going to turn to another page. Because this is 10 by 10, isn't it? No, it's not. It's bigger than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's a 12 by 9, but I don't need that many because I don't have that many pens. So we're gonna do a 10 by 10. because if you can fit 9 here, you can surely fit another one. And then we can move it up 1 so it doesn't sit on the bottom. We need to, we're gonna put them here, I think. I think that's an appropriate place for them. Oh my god. Rachel, you snake. So C is for Crayola. C, R, A, Y, O, L, A, and then we'll write super tips up there. Boom. So that idea of having like the brand name kind of big, and then the idea words, the actual pen type up the top. Now, I don't reckon that we're actually going to need the full page here, but I don't know if there's going to be enough space for another swatch. So following that idea of leaving a line and then getting straight into things, because we left 2 lines for the Karen markers because somebody wasn't paying attention. Maybe it's just because it was a grid. Alrighty, well, because it went the whole way across possibly, because this has like empty space and this one doesn't. Okay, so 10. Let's see. 6.5. So 5 goes there. So 10 is here and here. Go. And because we're thinking about adding numbers to them, we're gonna have to do 3 rows of boxes per. So it's like 1 centimeter for the color and then a half for the number. So it's like a 1 and then a half and then a 1 and then a half. Oh my god, you were just saying it. Come on, lady. So 1 half, 1 half, 1 half, 1 half, 1 half. We said it was going to be 10, eh? Oof. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, so that's halfway through. So if halfway through is 7.5, then the full way through should be 15. So yeah, there's totally not going to be any space for another one. That's fine. Go that one, then 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 that one. That looks adequate. I know that like it's a 10 by 10 box, but it doesn't end up being a square, because we've got those lines to put in the color number, which I technically could just write the number over the box, which is what I've done in like previous trackers that I've had for, no, put that pencil line back, that was important. Previous trackers or swatch pages that I've had for my Tombos in particular. So rather than doing the separate line to write in the color, I just write the color on the box that has the color. Which was fine for most of them, but you get to some of the darker pens, it's a little bit hard to see, like, oh yeah, this one's N15, not that you can tell because it's black on black, but that's fine. Crayons, like the ones that are, what's the word? They're like wax crayons? Are you guys talking about those, or are you talking about crayons in the sense of pencils? Because I know that some people call pencils crayons, which is a choice. So we're going to use the M size for our grid, just to give ourselves nice distinction between the lines. And we're going to draw these edges in first, so we know where to start and stop. Hi.
Hello.
3 off the bottom, which is 15. I think it's kind of nice because we're 3 off the bottom and 3 off the side, so I think it'll actually look pretty alright. So we will just use the entire page for this swatch, rather than trying to fit something else in the bottom, because you wouldn't fit anything in there, because I used three vertical spaces to actually do my headers, so it wouldn't work out. That is fine. The nice part is we don't need to worry about not having lines to line things up, because there's a separation in our grid, which is nice. So by this I mean, if you were drawing a grid where the grid kind of like crossings were on every single line of dots in both directions, it's very tricky to line up one direction or the other, because you don't have the dots to actually line up your ruler with. I feel like this doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's like if you were trying to draw a full grid and did all of your horizontal lines first, then when it came to doing your vertical ones, you wouldn't have any dots to actually line up your vertical lines straight, which can be tricky. But we don't have to worry about that because we have separation in our grid. We've got those sections that are 1 centimeter spaces rather than just ½ centimeter spaces. So we have those lines, or rather those dots that we can line up with, which is nice. Makes it easier for us. We don't want a cattywampus grid. This is a reference page. Yes. So I'm going to swatch them in the order that they are in the box, doing that snaking kind of thing that we said before, just so that then we have a pretty looking tracker here. And I might reorder their positions in the box to match that snaking, the idea of like going from left to right and then going to the next row and going right to left and then going left to right and then right to left, etc, etc. You're pulling out the burn book for inspiration. Oh no! Oh dear. See, this was such a lovely idea turned sour. The burn book, as it ended up being, was initially an idea to just make a nice memory book of like the times that we spent together as a group, and then turned into a, hey, let's write down all of the funny shit that our friends did, and group them by person rather than event. I was like, tainted the idea of it, but it's fine. Make sure we put it on the correct line. We don't want to draw a ruled line through our beautiful swatching space. That would be mighty unfortunate. Here we go. I'm starting to get peckish. Wonder what I'm gonna do for lunch. I mean, really, all I've been craving recently has been bubble tea. Like, I just constantly want a bubble tea, which is problematic because I don't want to go out, but I want a bubble tea. Not that that's gonna be very filling in terms of lunch, but it's what I want. I don't know if I'm gonna number these today, just because, honestly, CBF. But if I arrange them in the box in the correct way, then it shouldn't be a problem. I can put the numbers in these boxes, but I'm not actually going to write the numbers on the pens, methinks. Bribe Vogel. No, he won't let me bribe him.
Bribe
saying,
what?
I don't know what would you like to be bribed with, Vogel?
Nothing I can say on camera.
Oh dear. See, up in here in our nice PG stream, and then you're being slutty. Can you chew with your mouth closed, you psycho?
What do you want me to do?
I don't know, we were just talking about my lust for bubble tea.
Ah.
Yeah, see?
I'm
Instantly.
about to do recording, so I can't help you.
He can't help me. Though I did find that bubble tea delivers, so in theory, if they deliver to my place, I could just get a delivery bubble tea. But then I don't know if I want to admit that I'm that lazy to myself, so it's a bit tricky. Alrighty, our beautiful grid is drawn in. So this is effectively the same as the grid that I made for the Karen marker swatch. I just drew that in off camera. Chia Cha, the one that we went to the other day, technically it has a delivery with no minimum spend. I just don't know where it delivers to. So I expect it probably is like a little bit too far away for me to actually get a delivery. There's like a strong likelihood, but yeah, ask Rachel to come over and bring bubble tea. Yeah, sure. I think that the issue with that is that she can't drive, so really it would be me asking Jason to go and get me bubble tea. But hey Rachel, if you want to come over and bring bubble tea, like, I'm cool for that. Maybe tomorrow when we're inevitably both sick for some mysterious reason, you could come over and drink bubble tea with me. Here we go. That line got away from me a bit, but it looks fine. So, like we said, we are going to number these, but because they don't actually have their own numbers, we're just going to number them ourselves, and we're going to start with 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And like I said, we're going to be snaking here, so rather than being 11 there, we're going to put 11 here, which means that should be 20. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, and then 21. No, you're not working really. No, you probably are. I apologize. That was catty. 2, 7, 2, 8, 2, 9, 30, and then this will be 40, 39, 38. Damn it, I shouldn't have thought about the bubble tea. Now I just really want a bubble tea. 36, 35, 34, 33. So if you're 40, then you're 41. I think that having them with numbers is going to be super helpful once I actually number them. Like, I'm not going to do that today because I don't want to. But once I get onto that, then it's just going to be nice to be able to refer to them with my little tracker that we have here. But also, it means that if I decide to store them in a different way, I don't have to worry about not knowing what color is which as well. Because, as I said before, I really like the idea of those little organizers where people group all of the colors, like the like colors together. So all of the orange and yellows, all of the greens, all of the blues, etc., etc. Start our loop again. There we go, while I was thinking about it. See? Now I've gotten myself distracted. 56, 57, 6, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51. Now, this is supposed to say 56, but I'm really not worried about the fact that it doesn't. I should be able to infer from context what pen that is. A little unfortunate, but life happens. 65, 66, 7, 8, 9, 70. So that means you're 80. And you're 79, 78, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're 81, nice and easy. 82, 83, But the real question is, do I call the last one 100 or do I call the last one 0 so it has the same number of digits? 83, 84. There we go. Do the super tip colors have names? No, I don't believe they do. At least there's nothing written on them. So, yeah. 85. Because I mean, like, the Stiltler Tri Plus Fine Liners, technically they don't have numbers on them either, but they do have numbers and names, which is super frustrating because, like, if you've got numbers and names, just put it on the bloody pen. Having said that, love you, Stiltler. Like, sponsor my video, like and subscribe. 87, 88, 89, 90. Alrighty. I'm gonna call the last one. I'm gonna call it 100. It's fine. Even though it's weird to me. 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94, 93, 92, 91. Boom. Okay, so the numbering is in, and we're just going to start at the start of the box. So number 1 is pink, a pink color. There we go. So you can see that these guys have that same thing that the Tombos do, where if you lay them over the top of each other, they do have that kind of like streaking effect, I guess you could say. I am tempted to get these out of the box row by row and just lay them on the journal so I don't have to keep trying to get them out. So I might do that, provided I can keep them in the order that they are in. There we go. Stay. No moving. Okay. Oh god. Alrighty, we're alright. We're okay. We're okay. Apparently I have names. Gosh dang it! And oh no, tragedy has struck because all of the pens were being held together very nicely and now they've all fallen over. So this was a terrible idea. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'm saying that mainly for my benefit rather than you guys. I'm gonna get these ones out as well and put them down in their order as well, just so that then they're held in rows of 2, I think. Emphasis on think. I could put the names on the other page. I just don't know if I care enough to. It's mainly because I don't actually have any way of knowing which color is which. But we'll see. Okay, so 2 and then number 3. There we go. Vogel's filming in the other room. If you're not a subscriber of Vogel, you should go subscribe to him because it would make his day. His channel is now called Vogel Plays. I don't have a link to it immediately, but if you wanted to go subscribe to him, I'm sure he would love that very much. 4, 5. Yeah, I just wish the color names or like actual numbers were on the markers, so then I wouldn't have to worry about them getting out of order and me not knowing which pin was which. Wait. Put the lid in between them so I know where this guy's supposed to be living. Even though, I mean, they're technically numbered, like, I could just figure it out, but there we go. Politely go away. Go over there. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so the thing with these ones is that, like we said before, there's 12 to 13 per row, and I only have 10 spaces on my tracker. So this is why we're doing the snaking thing. So that then you can kind of read along the box. I'm like wondering if there's like a way to number the top of the pen or something. But there's not, because it's just a hole. Sad. Aw, subscribing to Vogel's channel. So nice, so nice. What drives your monetizing more? Subscribers or views? Well, I mean, it's hard to say, because if you're subscribed, you're more likely to see my content. And if you see my content, then you're more likely to watch it if you know, didn't see it. I guess that kind of makes sense. But it's the actual viewing of the ads that, like, gives the revenue, you know? So we like people to subscribe so that then there's more likelihood that they'll actually see my stuff when I post it. But we really like it when you view it. Because then, you know, you see the ad, and then I get the, like, what, fraction of a cent for you having watched the ad, kind of a thing. Yeah. And then if we think about things like liking the video, commenting on the video, that kind of stuff, and also watch time, so like watching more means that YouTube kind of thinks, oh, this video is something people like. People have liked it, people have commented on it, there's engagement going here, people have watched it for a long period of time. We're keeping people on the platform. So then YouTube will be more likely to recommend it to other people, is the idea. If you are part of YouTube Premium, it means that the fee that you pay as being a premium member, part of that goes to the content creators that you watch, is my understanding. Okay, snaking to the pink. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. It's kind of like, you know, my monetization through YouTube, like if we think about, like the ad money, is very much like the idea of you watch the ad or you pay for premium and watch my content, kind of a thing. In terms of maximizing that, it's very much about like, how do we get the videos to be seen by more eyes? So watching towards the end, like, you know, making sure that that has a high retention rate. Again, like we said, likes, comments, that kind of thing, because then YouTube's like, oh, people are engaging with this content, we should show it to more people. Another one is like sharing, which I don't really encourage. Like, I don't encourage people to share because it just feels weird. It's not that I'm saying like you shouldn't share the things, but I always like it when I see somebody in a Facebook group has like recommended my video to someone who had a question, or like or even just like out of the blue posting like, hey, I watched this video and I found it really helpful, like you guys might find it helpful too. I just think that's really sweet. It's nice to, because that's a big thing, right? Like, to actually have somebody like your video or comment on your video or share your video, that is a step outside of just watching, if that kind of makes sense. Like, watching my video, love that, thank you so much. We always appreciate you guys being here. But then actually, you know, taking the time to do those other things, it's special. Because, I mean, I don't know about you guys, when I watch videos, even if I actually do like a video, it is rare for me to like the video, you know? To actually put the like down on it. So when that does happen, it's like, oh, it's really sweet. Like, they actually took the time and energy to hit the button. Which, I mean, I know it sounds small, but still, like, you know, it's cute. Tell your friends and family to share. So the issue with telling your friends and family to share is that, like, if they're not in your niche, like if they don't, this is gonna sound rude, but if they don't care about your content, then their sharing and their, you know, subscribing kind of thing, it doesn't really translate a lot to like growth, if that makes sense. Because I mean, if they subscribe to you and every time they see your video they just don't look at it, then technically speaking your like click-through rate is going down, you know? If you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to like it. What I would say though, if you don't like a video, technically disliking a video, which for people to dislike a video is also a big deal in my opinion. Like, there's not a lot of content that I dislike to the extent of actually pressing the dislike button. But that's still engagement, technically. YouTube still views that as, oh look, people are having a reaction to this. So if it's keeping them on the channel, or on the platform, even if they don't like it, it is still, it's still something. I'm gonna take these out because I think I'm gonna put the other row in first, because it's gonna be a little easier to hold the other row in place than it is this one. There we go. And I can hold it against the pens that are already there. Which, as much as I liked this idea of taking them out, this was messy. There we go. I feel like I've been very rambly. Hopefully this is stuff you guys are actually interested in, because I find it interesting. I find this, like the kind of analytics side of things, to be curious thing. Want that bubble tea. Dang it. Okay, there we go. And those pinks can go in. Looking super cute. Okay, I'm just gonna lay these pens down a little bit and try and put the other ones in on top of them in a way that doesn't completely munt the ordering. There we go. So far, so good. Aw, time for you to say goodbye. Thanks for being here, Hannah. I hope you've had an enjoyable Friday. Because I think it's Friday where you are, right? And I hope that you have a nice night. A fabulous weekend until we see you next. So, a month of live streams. So, yes and no. See, the thing with live streams is that, especially, you know, these kind of ones that go on for a while, when people go to watch the replay, they don't necessarily watch very much. And in terms of like holding people's attention in a live, I think that my average watch time on my last live, which went for like an hour and a bit, the average watch time for the people who kind of came in and showed up and all that was 8 minutes, you know? So it's just interesting statistic. I have put these pens in the worst possible way, and I can't get the last one in. Come on, pen. We try not to completely munt up the ordering of the rest of them though, that would be fabulous. There we go. So the first 2 rows are done. And we are now on to the next row, and I think I'm going to go back to just pulling them out one by one, which is certainly something. 26 is very bright. But you see how, like, with that snaking, we get the kind of continuation of the color, so we've got like the pocket of pink and then the pocket of orange. I like that. I like that with my pens, rather than having them read left to right every single time. Yeah, no, it is harder to commit to a full live stream. I completely understand that, which is why I kind of personally prefer to have my, you know, more regular content, videos that are, you know, 7 to 15-ish minutes in length, because it's an amount of time that doesn't feel like a TV show kind of thing. Because that's the thing, if you've got like a super long video, you might as well go watch a TV show or a movie or something where the production value is higher. But what I do like about these ones is that it does kind of feel like just hanging out with you guys. I feel like we get to be a little bit more interactive, and we get to chat and all that kind of stuff. Which is why I also like our patron hangouts. I mean, I've only done one hangout so far because it was the hangout for January. We've got a hangout for February coming up next weekend, question mark. But they're just like a lot of fun. You just kind of sit and chill, and like you can do your journaling, and you guys just talk about whatever, and it's a very enjoyable happening. I've very much been enjoying those. And I do live videos through my Patreon as well. The only one that we've done for that though got interrupted by Vogel. But now as I'm a little bit more well versed in how the live streaming setup kind of works, I'm sure that our one for this month is going to be better. Question, have we scheduled that though? You fell asleep the music. That's alright, we're just being chill. Swatching our pens out. making some pretty reference materials. Yeah. Yeah. Do 1 live a month. Yeah, no, I think that it might be nice to do a live each month of some description, to do something in my journal, like set up a weekly, or like, you know, we might do like a Q&A or something like that. I do like the idea of doing 1 a week. I just can't commit to that just yet. Though, considering we're now how long into the video? What, like, quite a bit into the video? Do you guys want to know a sneaky secret? Considering we've been here for quite a while together. It's probably buried deep enough into this video that it's not going to be a problem for other prying eyes. Yeah, almost 2 hours of footage. So, sneaky secret. I am going to quit my job, like, this year. It's happening. I've effectively decided this. So I was talking with Vogel the other day to kind of talk about the idea that, like, I feel that with doing, you know, the stuff that I do on YouTube and with Patreon, and then also being a full-time teacher on top of that, it's like I'm not like doing either role justice. So I really was thinking about, like, okay, you know, what do I need to do to be able to make a commitment? It's like that whole fork in the road, like, okay, do I just completely scale back on what I'm doing here, or do I, you know, commit and kind of take that kind of jump, which, if you guys know, my word of the year is jump. So I was talking about it with him. We kind of talked about, you know, financially, what kind of need there is in terms of how much money, you know, we need to be able to pay our loans and pay bills and stuff like that, and just, like, survive as humans. And I'm not there yet, but I am getting closer. So it's one of those things that, like, I have a decent amount of savings. I could just fall back on those for a little while, you know, with the intention of, if I have more time to commit to this space, then I would see growth faster, I feel. Does that make sense? Like, being able to commit fully to this and not effectively have 8 hours a day where I don't get to work on it because I'm working at my other work. So, yeah. The decision has been made. It is going to happen. We just need to think about the actual kind of scalableness of this part. Like, actually being able to get it to a place where it is going to be sustainable, or at least sustainable enough in the short term that I can fall back on those savings a little bit and then fully commit. Does that sound exciting? I'm excited about it. But shh, it's a secret. Don't tell anybody. So that's why liking and subscribing is as important as it is. You know, letting YouTube know that you like the thing. I saw Amanda's comment before, was it? Yeah? Let's scroll up. I think it was Amanda. I'm glad that you could join our live, Amanda, and thank you. I'm very much enjoying being part of the design team. I like our little group of people. I think, you know, we've got some cool peeps on our team, and it's just been a lot of fun. But yeah, you were jealous as heck. Yeah, no fair. It's okay, Rachel. Maybe if I start doing well enough, we can hire you. You can come work for me instead of your job. Okay, I have managed to get these pens in quite a state. I want to pick them back up a little bit because they have kind of toppled over while I've been sharing sneaky secrets. But yeah, you know nothing. I hope it works out too, because I do very much enjoy doing this with you guys. I enjoy getting to interact with you and putting out content that you guys find, like, helpful. And I like to be able to do those, like, bigger videos where I have a whole bunch of ideas and stuff, and they do take time. They take a lot of time. So So actually being able to put those together is important for me. Okay, so you're 38, so we're 4 deep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. I feel like I need a marker. A marker for the marker. There we go. So I know where I'm up to. What a gorgeous colour. Good on you, 43. Oh god, what have I done? I've just been putting them in the... Okay, no, nothing here. I've been putting them in here wrong because I've just been kind of cycling them through and it's not really what I meant to do. Was not my intention, so not just put this pen here. Don't put the pen in your mouth, you weirdo. Pull those ones out and put them in the order that they need to be in. So that then... I'm kind of trying to rearrange my line as I go so that it does the snaking thing. But I've done this in a very interesting way, so I'm not really too sure where I'm up to a lot of the time, which is not super helpful. Like I need, like I said, I need some kind of like an indicator that I'm at a certain point, so maybe I'll just like shove the calligraph in there. There we go. That can be my marker. Gorgeous. Yeah, I think that I'm kind of trying to look into how I can diversify my income streams in a way that's like I have some passive ones that I can kind of collect funds in, because obviously going from having a full-time job and my YouTube to just having YouTube is quite, I say just YouTube, it's not just YouTube, but that would be quite a shift in the amount that I'm earning each month. So it's very much like a how do we make this sustainable before I make the change, because I'm very much one of those people, like I've been thinking about this for a while. It's just, you know, actually taking the kind of like leap of faith kind of a thing and having enough self-belief to say like, yes, I can do the thing. Like there's a lot of feelings, so also thinking about the idea like, oh well, okay, can I find something in the meantime to kind of you know, give me that little bit extra financially, but isn't quite as much of a time suck, quote quote, which is not a nice way to word it, but like effectively teaching takes up a lot of time, so something that doesn't use up as much of my time, so I can still devote my time to my channel and building things here and all of that. I like that idea, working for Archer and Olive, because obviously like we do have Haley and Nicola who both work for them who aren't in the States, so I wouldn't be sad to do something like that. It's just you know, finding something that would work. Because I was trying to think of like, okay, what kind of things can you do online from home part-time? If your sponsor get paid more for if your sponsor you get paid more than for views. Yeah, so if I have sponsors on my videos, depending on the video, because some videos I'll get paid more than the sponsorship itself, but I mean I get both, so it's fine. Yeah. Remote future would be possible in New Zealand easily. I could, yeah, if I... Rachel, I'm not starting a freaking OnlyFans. I have switched the order of these. And now I'm onto this one. Okay, good. I know what I'm doing. That pen does not look like it actually fits there though, is the only problem. I'm gonna put that on this paper because it just does not look like it belongs. Okay, it's a light blue. I guess it could be, no, it just looks really odd there, doesn't it? Looks a lot more purple, but it is what it is. We're just gonna go with it. Freaking OnlyFans. Other people's taxes, tutoring, yeah, like something. As we were saying, going back to teaching if I wanted to. There is technically a teacher shortage here still, so I think that I would still be able to get a job. But yes. There we go. That is an interesting order for that one, but that's okay. And this row that we're currently on is just a straightforward, like, as they are in the box row, so this one should go a little bit faster because I don't have to reorder the pens every time that I swatch them. Boob Joe. That sounds like a shorthand for boob job. Teach a Skillshare class. Oh yeah, I'm not sure what the pay for Skillshare is, and I also don't know what I'd teach. But I figured, like, if I was to leave teaching, I can of course, like, make my resources a little bit more, quote, user-friendly to the masses, and then I can sell them on, like, Teachers Pay Teachers and stuff like that, which again is, like, passive because it's just digital downloads. I could sell some of my printables that I offer through my Patreon as, like, ones on Etsy or, like, something like that. Because I've been talking with Vogel about this. I'm like, I could start being an author. I could write a book. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna write a freaking book. Like, I can barely write a blog post. But like, obviously I have my affiliate marketing, so I would probably look into seeing what other brands that I enjoy using could I be an affiliate of, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so these are just like ideas. Oh yeah, learn to use my Cricut and make bank on it. Yeah. Make some cute designs on Cricut. I still want to sell a Notion template pack. I think that would be really fun. I really like Notion, like, and I think that if I pre-made some templates that, you know, were customizable for people for different uses and stuff, I could sell that as like a little bundle. That'd be cute. So that's why I've got my little sellables list that I've started populating, like listing out the things that I have an expertise in, like my teacher mark books, and all of those kind of things, those Excel documents that I make and things like that. Actually putting those together in an online space. So these are the kind of things I've been musing with. But yes, come be a relief teacher. Yeah, I wouldn't mind being a relief teacher for a bit, I think. Though I do very much like the idea of building more passive income streams where I don't have to like actively do something. It's not like a trade for skills, it's a trade for digital product. I like digital products a lot because there's less waste involved as well. And the kind of thing like make once, sell multiple, if that makes sense. Because I know that, like, obviously people who are in the bullet journaling space sell things like stickers and stuff like that, but actually getting sticker paper here is freaking hard. Like, so it's, you have to get the sticker paper, but then also be able to like send it to places. I'm in New Zealand, shipping's expensive, I know, so I'm like more of a fan of like printable things that people can buy a digital version and then print for themselves as many times as they want, if that kind of makes sense. Yeah. Custom journals. Yeah, I could totally do custom journals. The only issue I have with custom journals, because I'm mainly comparing it to like the likes of Riley Autumn, for instance, who does custom journals and like shows them here on YouTube, is that the style of journaling that I do is it's very time involved. So to actually price that fairly, I don't know if people would be willing to spend that much on a notebook, you know? Because you have to make it priced in such a way that's actually, you know, fair enough that people will actually, like, you know, put that amount of monetary spending into something, but also fair enough that kind of indicates, not the word, reflects the amount of time put into it. Because, like, I told you guys how much time I spend on my setups, and they are time-consuming. As can be shown by the fact that we've been sitting here for how many hours and all we've done is like a couple of pen swatches. But yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of these things though. They're all things that can be done. But let's see, the custom journal idea, it's not a passive income stream. It's one that I would have to like constantly work at. And I do like the fact that with like her version of doing the custom bullet journals, Riley like puts the she does the like flip throughs and stuff, so then she's also getting revenue from the ads that go along with those videos, so that's kind of cool. I have put these pens in the worst possible way yet again. It's because these guys are all falling over. Ouch, ouch, ouch. And I can't really pull them out nicely. I'm kind of stuck where they are. Pull this one out and then we might see about reordering them. It's a cute colour. But yeah. Yeah, a JashiiCorrin collab with Archer and Olive. I'd be keen for that. Yeah. Because I think that Riley's, with her ones, she's got a certain aesthetic that is, like, more quickly achievable. Whereas my aesthetic, I don't like to say that I have an aesthetic, the style of things that I like to do are not quick. Yeah. Which is why I'll do things like the giveaway journal or whatever, because it's just a one-off journal that then I can make some more videos for it. I can put the stuff in like a giveaway kind of space. Where was I going with this? I'm trying to reorder my pens and getting myself distracted. There we go. Because we're into one of those rows where I have to reorder the pens as I swatch, so a little bit more difficult. So, Purple number 70. What would be your first priority when you have more time? Probably Patreon. Like, yeah, drink break, tink. Did I just do that without thinking? I probably did. Yeah, my first priority would probably be adding more value to my Patreon, because I would have more time to add more value to my Patreon. So I'd probably be able to open up an additional tier on there, which offers like more kind of connection-based stuff, if that makes sense. Like the hangouts and the lives and things like that, because I find them to be really enjoyable and fun. And then I would be able to get back to being more regular with my video schedule, because I've kind of fallen off on it a little bit, which just makes me sad, honestly. It just makes me sad. I liked my consistency and then got that setback, and now I'm kind of like in a scrambled mess. But yeah, I think that was in the wrong place. Those are the kind of things that I'd probably be prioritizing to start with. But like, I want to make a digital planner. I want to make a real planner at some stage. I want to do like a printed planner. I want to, what else do I want to do? There's a delivery of, what? Okay, I'll be right back. I'm like literally tearing up. Oh my gosh. Rachel, you are such a sweetie. Jason just delivered me a bubble tea. I'm like gonna die. It's so cute. Oh, look at its little bubble tea face. Let me know how much I owe you for this and for the gas money. That is so cute. And I'm so fucking pumped because I've been craving this, and Vogel wouldn't even go get me one. Jason and Rachel are better fiancés to me than my own fiancé. Let's see if we can open this without ruining my life. You know, yesterday we talked about the idea of using my craft knife, so I think I'm gonna do that. There we go, beautiful. Surgical precision. I just asked him nicely. Did he get you one too? That is so sweet. Thank you so much. This is the highlight of my life. When we go for sushi, I will get you guys some plates. Yes. We got what the green granny apple and passion fruit bubbles. Oh. It's so beautiful. Guys, you need to tell me if I swatched that pen because I can't remember. I think I must not have because I left it on the page, but oh, so tasty. I don't think I swatched it. That doesn't look like a color that we've done. We'll just swatch this one. Let that one roll away. Yeah, okay, this was the last one we did. That's fine. Your Rachel lives 3 states away. Aw, that's sad. My Rachel lives 5 to 10 minutes away, which I very much appreciate. This has literally made my life. Like, this is the best. Oh, yay. So good. I always have this problem of leaving the bubbles till last when there's not really enough liquid in there anymore to like suck them up, and then the ice is all there, so the ice just kind of like pops them up over, and then I'm sad. There we go, we're onto a row that I don't need to reorganize, so this part will go a little bit faster. And yep, we are still swatching. Swatches for days. Especially because we're doing the Crayola ones, which there are many more of. There we go. Into our kind of tan brown kind of colors. Kind of peachy stuff. It's a nice color. Because I know they had the Crayola Colors of the World collection, which are all those kind of muted colors. I'm not too sure if they are in the 100 pack set. I have not looked into it. But I do like the idea of neutral muted colors. I'm just not that way inclined a lot of the time when it comes to my journal. Though I'm pretty bad. Like, anytime I go to set up for a month, I'm like, oh, you know, I want this and I want that. Like, I want, you know, high contrast and, you know, wistful little element things of whatever. And then I kind of actually get to setting it up and it's completely different. Because I just, like, change my mind. Can't stick to things. Are you doing okay up here? Yep, that's right. Okay, guys, wellness check. Are we all doing okay? I want to make sure that you guys are still alive. If you've made it to this point in the video, though, you should leave us a pen emoji in the chat and or comment section, depending on if you're here on the replay or for the live. Yeah, that's right. Vitality check. Send us your pen. Or, you know, if you don't have your pen license, because I get it, then you can put a pencil instead. We're getting on though. It's almost done. There we go. Tracy's alive. Natasha's alive. We're good. Whew. Alright, I'm glad that you guys are alive and kicking. You're well. Amanda's alive. Carolyn's alive. Personal Space Invader. I love that so much. Personal Space Invader is alive. Which way did that go? Did we? Okay, we're gonna have to re-swatch that. There we go. Other Natasha's alive. Mally's alive. Ninja 8. Panda Kitty is alive. Megan? She's alive too. Alrighty. Can't find the pen emoji. Just copy somebody else's. There we go. I think that one is first. Okay, that's fine. No, that looks weird. That looks right. Excellent. I'm glad to see that you guys are all alive and kicking. Is that a toothbrush? That's not a pen. It's a toothbrush. Sneaking a toothbrush up in here. Oh my lord. For the love of her future plans, like the video. Only if you like it. If you don't like it, I mean, like, I ain't gonna make you do things. I ain't your mama. I ain't your mama. There we go. Oh, lots of pens. Oh, and a crayon. Excellent. Tammy cannot confirm that she is alive. Oh, rip. Alrighty, guys, pour one out for Tammy. Because, you know, we can't confirm that she's alive. Beautiful. Okay, we are into the final stretch of the Crayola Super Tips. Ugh, God. If we can get them in the freaking box. I am so looking forward to finding a new way to organize these and... Oh. You're not the boss of me. Exactly. Bubble tea. It's so beautiful. The toothbrush was great though. That was awesome. So we're on to the last row. These guys are one of the rows, or like one of the sets that we need to reorder as we go. And hopefully we can do this in a smarter way than we've been doing it previously. I say we as if you guys had any say over the dumb way that I've been reordering my pens, but I know you guys are sensible individuals. You would have done a much better job of this than I did. Move the pens over. Because I was kind of just pushing them to the side, which meant their bottoms were still like if that's where they were, their bottoms were like still there, and they just pushed, so I'd like try and push a pen down onto something that was already like there. Yeah. That bubble tea's watching me and I'm just like, yeah. Alrighty. It's random that black is not going to be the last one, because it actually goes to black and then to the greys. So yeah, like we said before, this black is not very black. It is very much a charcoal color. Tomorrow we are going to, yeah, you'll enjoy it more when you get yours. Tomorrow we're going to be doing my monthly reset for February, so setting up the actual page. I'm not sure how much, I keep saying reset, I mean reflection. Yeah, monthly review, monthly reflection. So we're going to set the page up. I'm not sure how much of it will fill in. There might be some things to fill in, but nope, that was wrong. I put those around the wrong way. Because I have not been paying attention to what I've been doing. There we go, that's better. We have this now. So this is the one that's probably supposed to be charcoal. There we go. I have set this up in a much more sensible way now though, like with the transferring of pens over to new spaces. So this is going better than it was before. Wow. Yeah, Vogel's gonna be like, where did you get the bubble tea from? Where did this come from? Swatch faster please. Follow cheese. Did I already swatch this one? I'm gonna go with yes. I'm gonna get myself distracted. Yeah. Because I mean, technically speaking, we do have some other pens to swatch after these ones, but I think for the sake of everybody's sanity, we might call it quits once I finish the Crayolas and leave the string and space ones and the Faber-Castell ones to another day, possibly. Strong possibilities. So I guess here's your timely reminder. If you're still here, please like the video. I mean, you can dislike it if you want to. I also won't stop you doing that, because engagement is engagement. It doesn't bother me too much. This has been fun though. I feel very accomplished. I don't know what you guys have been doing while you've been, you know, hanging out and watching with me, but this is... I'm pleased. I'm very pleased, because I've been meaning to do this for yonks, and it's good to actually have these swatched out. I do, of course, need to number the Crayolas at some point, but that's future me's problem. There we go. So you can see we have our beautiful Crayola Super Tip swatch that we did. We have the calligraphs featuring Light Abuse from the Bluebell color, which is now in the bin, But we've got the Tropical, the Jewel, and the Sub-Box collection from September. Then if we flip over the page, we have the Karen markers, which are so beautifully saturated with some very gorgeous colors in here. Ooh, I'm looking forward to using those in my journal. And we have the Tombow Fudenosuke brush pens. Not too bad. Like considering last time all we got done was like those, you know. We've done a good job here today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm a skedoodle and finished drinking my beautiful, gorgeous gift of bubble tea. Oh my god. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Similar time, same place for the monthly review. Alrighty. Goodbye, gorgeous humans. Have a fabulous rest of your day.